Welcome to Dreamside, the spot where wishes actually happen. It ranks #1 everywhere. Ratings, popularity, users, the GOAT. You'd have to live under a rock to miss it. Everybody plays idols, actors, politicians, everyone's hooked. From kids to grandpas, everyone's chasing virtual clout here. One player was totally unbeatable, a literal god-tier legend. And that legend? Yeah, that was our guy. He owned the leaderboard. Then the system dropped a bomb. Server closing soon. Weird, he thought. Something felt super sus. Half an hour back, our delivery boy was just texting a client. Meanwhile, he was spamming the pre-order button for Dreamside too. Suddenly, the elevator decided to die. He stumbled hard, nearly eating the floor. Alarm button, busted. Cell service, 0 bars. Just great. While he panicked, a glitchy window popped up in thin air. He blinked, not a smudge, a legit hologram. Looked familiar. Confirm channel creation. Weird place for a prompt. Gamer reflexes kicked in. He smashed confirm instantly. Ding. Screen flashed. New quest received. Objective? Escape this metal box of doom. Threat parasites incoming. Timer. 60 seconds. No pressure. Fail equals death. He spun around, bugs everywhere. He shrieked. A beetle was already nesting in his hair. Gross. He screamed like he was in a horror movie. Waking the neighbors, he dove through a crack in the wall. Quest complete flashed on me HUD. Few. Loot drop. 1 sturdy sword. Bugs were too fat to follow. The crack looked exactly like a logout portal. Totally confused. Why was there a quest window? Was he tripping? Too much gaming? Maybe. He turned and froze. A freaking goblin with a weapon. Where'd he spawn? The green dude swung a mallet at his gut. Ouch. The pain was definitely real. Not via. He checked his status HP. Bar definitely took a hit. Got a blast, he thought. One wrong move, and it's game over. HP critical. Another hit would toast him. That little green menace wasn't playing around. Time to equip that shiny new sword. He focused up, swoosh dodged to the next swing. The mob was tiny. Fight later run now. He aimed for the stairs, but a pop-up blocked him. Training zone? Boundary. Seriously. Trapped. Now what? The goblin chucked his hammer like a missile. He ducked smack. The hammer buried itself in the wall. That goblin is straight up empty-handed now. System goes. Level up. Stats boosted big time. Dude was clueless, but suddenly, totally chill. Wait, he knows this mob from the Frank dungeon. If this was Dreamside, he'd just ghost that goblin. 0 chance of losing. Goblin attacks anyway. Bold? He just realized he was OP from the start. Goblin catches air, aiming for a drop attack, but bro just pokes his sword, al-kebab time. He thinks, game logic. Then there's gotta be 5 of them. But are they actually gonna do anything? Nah. He taunts the green dudes. Bring it. System yells. Quest done. 13th floor cleared. Unlocked title. Sneaky killer. Nice. Hammer goblins hated him. But they're toast now. System drop. Tattered rags. Wow. Thanks game. Delivery guy thought this was legit game. Launch day hype, right? Gotta be real. AR maybe. Why is he so zen? Must be that incident. If this is the game, he checks his stats. Yup, all the info is right there. Cool. Head skill. Active. Used to be celestial body. Why's he got the skill he grinded a month for? Seemed useless then. Server shutdown reward maybe. Dreamside used to be lit. Now it's trashed here. Too hard. So everyone most players bailed. Couldn't handle the mechanics? Real trash part. 3 lives. Then so yeah, barely anyone got high. Top players were totally broken compared to new. The top 12 were built different. God tier players. People called him those above the heavens. Rank 1 was KR Boy. RIP servers. They voted online, and boom. Dreamside 1 died. Before the end, players got a pick. ... and port an item to Dreamside 2. Lightning or body. Dude didn't expect a reward like this. I should have grabbed mythic loot, but he kept 3 things. System says. Combat adaptation complete. Makes sense why swordplay feels so easy. Now, plus, he's feeling totally new vibes. His brain's super chill. Thanks, heavenly body perk. He wonders, can I snag the other 2 items? Probably, can't use MU10 game stuff, you know? System hits him with. Still in training mode. Monster stats were getting tweaked. System alert. Big bad incoming. Panic mode. She dipped without a word. Door slammed. Boomhouse shook. The heck was that? Poof. Goblin mallet. Right in her face. Gremlins spawned everywhere. Freaking peeps out. Screams galore. Our boy heard chaos. He knew the vibe. Wait, for real. Now, 10 minutes on the clock. Hamma dudes, incoming, Ripnor, dungeon morphing. Zone getting bugged with creepers. Earrings, spawning. Oof. Classic Dreamside trash. Whole building, that's wild. Noob stewed 0 chance versus these guys. Dude stalled. Checked the 13th floor clear. Mobs staying put. Zola. Leaving the floor meant level clear plus consequences. So, the kid knew the strat to wipe the whole building. Step 1. Roof. Then came the screams. Glitching started. Could parkour to the next roof? But the NPC. Ranker K's meta. Save 'em all. Can't bail. Gotta raid this dungeon. Training. Meta. Boss hates like camp's basement. Boss is deaf down there. Speedrun strat. 10 minutes via the portal. Spawns post. So, should be easy. System. Cool head prop. Warp to parking. System. Hidden layer found. Totally called it. No shocker. Devs were lazy with part 2. Same old, but IRL kinda different vibes. Parakin lot. Swarming. Hammer gobs. And wrecked rides. Spotted a portal spawn point. Gotta block it to save the noobs. Quests. Wreck the boss. Where's he at? Whoa. Giant goblin spawns. Ducked just in time. That's the boss. Alright? IRL graphics make him huge. Just a gob. Looked like a movie Hulk. Big and green. Decided that thing was the dungeon boss. Transformation still loading. One more strat to learn. Gotta time this perfectly before the big change hits. With 1 minute left, the mob spawned wheezing like as boom. My dude popped cold blood instantly. Right before the shift, every beast started gasping for air. 60 seconds till dungeon time, and even the boss was choking. Honestly, it's a total cheese strat. Then hero guy, rushed the boss. Risky play, but hey, glitches usually work. Time to spook the small fry. Needed a prime camping spot first. Equipped sneaky killer, and the goblins went absolutely feral. They were raging so hard they couldn't think straight. Focus shifted to the boss. Thing was struggling, barely moving. Had to wreck him fast before the debuff cleared. He swung his sword, screaming, "Game over, ugly." TV guy cut in, yapping about the daily forecast. Expect clouds and serious dust storms nationwide. Folks, big city's gonna get hit with gale winds and crazy morning fog. Meanwhile, flipped rides and total junk heaps littered the pavement. Maybe skip the jog today, the anchor advised. Dust is killer. Vehicles sat idling, packed with corpses. 0 survivors. Started like a normal Tuesday, then went total apocalypse. 10 minutes. That's all it took after 6. Single clock for the capital to get completely swallowed up. Then the whole nation went dark instantly. Netizens went wild. Some random beast spawned downtown at dawn. Everyone thought it was straight out of Dreamside too. The feds tried to claim it was fake news. Mods scrubbed the posts, but the rumors stuck. Adus were confused. Backstage, the girls were buzzing about the drama. Totally deep fake CGI. One chick scoffed. If it's real though, that's straight up horror movie stuff. But one girl stared at the pic. She knew that game. That was Choi Hannah, the mega famous pop star. Some streamers showed spear lizards and went, "Yo, raining lizards." Hannah panicked. "Is that a dungeon break?" "Hold still, hun." The stylist nagged. Hannah was #1 on the charts. Basically, the queen of pop across the whole continent. Acting, ads, concert crushed it all. But behind the cute smile, girl had a secret. Manager burst in. "Show's over. People, everything's scrapped. Back to the dorms, ASA." Hannah rushed, annoyed. "Cancelled. Are you kidding me?" Her manager glanced down at the screen. He blinked. "Wait, since when do you have a phone?" "Put the phone away," or you're totally grounded." He glanced at the screen. "Theft, it's just a movie." "No way," Hannah yelled. "That's a live stream from NAMS. That beast, it's a red wyvern. You saw it? It's real. We're doomed if we don't move. Dreamside is IRL now. Managers think she's hooked on games. Gimme that phone." Her secret, a top-tier Dreamside account. Give it back. Now, those above the heavens, the nickname for the top 12 players. Rank 12 was the legendary magic gunner, Clark, her secret nerd hobby that no fan knew about. She hid her name and age like a total ghost. To keep her cover, Choi Hannah, role-played a middle-aged dude with a voice changer. Nobody guessed the pop idol was actually Clark. But with the game going real, secret identity is useless. "No time for jokes," she screamed. "Phone, now. I'd sooner give it to the president. Try me." "Ooh, this stubborn boomer is gonna ruin everything. World's ending, and she's stuck without a phone." He warned her, "If you don't quit it, I tease straight to rehab to save your image." She lunged. He slipped. Yoink, phone secured. "Stay right there," she barked at him. "Be right back. Gotta sync the account first." Heard it unlocks game skills IRL. Ding. Login successful. Registration bonus? A magic revolver. Poof. A heavy, real gun just spawned in her hand. She spun it around. Holy cow, it's legit. Insane. Not a dream. This shooter is live. Never thought she'd hold her game gear in real life. Suddenly, a creepy claw ripped through a portal. Danger! People screamed. Monster incoming. A ghoul. EW. Way uglier in height. She flashed the weapon. "Check this out." Relax. Ghouls are one-shot trash. She aimed. Pulled the trigger. Click. Huh. Why isn't it shooting? Is it a dud? System, asterisk syncing data. Please wait, asterisk. Are you kidding? Buffering? In real life, the ghoul roared, ready to snack on her face. Gun in hand, she dodged like a pro gamer. Hurry up with the download. System. Synchronization complete. It's go time. Hannah pulled the trigger bam. Beast got smoked instantly. Manager guy was shook, looking at the splat. Yo, who are you? What's happening? Hannah just said, grab your junk and bounce. Now, she's got places to be, so he's gotta handle his own mess. Said she needs to find the one dude who knows the game meta inside out, guy named K. Down in the garage, total car poke, wreckage everywhere. Our boy stood by the dead boss, head rolling on the floor. Dude was chill, reading the pop-up stats like a menu. Tree thing failed to morph. They clapped at a Frank boss real quick. The creeps vanished, but the place is still trashed and bloody. Guess the raid's on cooldown for a bit. Ding, new quest. Labyrinth of choice. Training arc. Time. Gotta clear every stage on whatever difficulty you pick. Final tutorial task. Beat it. Get a shiny new skill? MC's like, stopping the shift. Nah, that's just the intro. Bro decided to speedrun the tutorial again. Turns out, this map isn't a dream, it's actually real life. He could smell the funk and feel the chill. 4D experience. Hard to believe the graphics, but he's staring down the labyrinth now. End game. The harder the level, the sweeter the skill drop. Same skill type, but easy mode gives F rank trash. Hell mode drops a rank gold. Normally, our guy would insta-pick hell mode, but there's a glitch. Hell mode is literally broken. Impossible to beat. Players raged, but devs never patched the difficulty. Everyone thinks beating hell is a total pipe dream, except one gamer actually did it. Name's K. He died a ton. First though, but things are different now. Kid read the info and went, wait, what? Why is it so crowded? All these peeps doing the tutorial means this, glitches nationwide. Big trouble. Or maybe the info covers the whole world. Tons of bodies dropped nearby. Prayed rip. But honestly, gotta save his own skin first. So, he clicked hell mode. Task 1. Guard the statue from golems. Tiny room. Ticking clock. 5 minutes on the timer. Tight limit, cause it's hell mode. No backing out now. Sword out. Slicing golems up. Chop the brave ones into bits. Kid thought, hey, this ain't that bad. Wiped M out in no time. Crushed it, thanks to that heavenly body buff. Real trouble starts now. These golems are totally next level. System alert. Oxygen levels. Taking a nosedive in here. Mobs went wild. My lag spiked half a second as the clock ticked down. My movement speed tanked. While the mobs got zoomed. After 2 minutes, lag hit 1.5 seconds. Mob speed and strength got buffed by 15%. Had to read their moves and stay one step ahead to not get wrecked. The real nightmare of hell mode was just warming up. Sojin wondered if risking it all for training was actually smart. Ding. System says, I crushed a hidden quest. Boom. Secret stage unlocked. Scored rare stab points. You can't get on easy mode. But I gotta clear this level before I can claim the loot. He started closing in on the giant boss mob again. Dude was totally feeling himself. Swapped his sword for a gnarly smashed mage hammer. Sojin was like, time to quit playing around with this boss. He swung his hammer and told the beast to bring it on. Since it's a training mob, I just got a 0, it's HP. Spotted the weak point 2 fake core, right on the tummy. But that core was way too high to smack from here. Games are one thing, but here, I can't jump that high. Decided to bait it down, trash talking while dancing up close. Then, our boys jumped max height and smashed that hammer right into the core. The golem wobbled and face planted, totally out cold. Climbed a mob. Siston screamed that stage 1 was done. Sujan realized the hammer totally sped things up. Got the notification that a player earned a massive XP drop and unlocked the Dragon Eye skill. But this was just level 1 with tons more to go. Even in the dream world, player K took a month to clear this. Sojin kept grinding towards the goal and nailed the task. Sword in hand, our hero called it ease. Said he loves hell mode. This time, the training mob was a shape-shifting slime. Sojin said he loved smurfing as he stabbed a tree. Where's he running? He laughed. Thought he could ghost me. Dragon Eye skill. Let me see the mana flow like a cheat code. Crushed the hidden task and beat the dark aura 3 times on hell. Our hero looked up and was like, time for you to stop hiding. Secret mission. Clear. Hidden file. Unlocked. Secret boss spawned. She called me an idiot for waking her. Said I could have survived. Should have just walked on by and acted like I saw nothing. Dude's ego was his downfall. You asked for death. You get it. Boss looked confused. Where'd that guy vanish to? Kin Sojin popped up behind him and sliced him in half. Rip, she hissed. If I was real, you'd be worm food by now. But wait, there's more. John was totally shook. Did she seriously think he was still a total noob? Big mistake. He smirked. Go back to your real body. I'm coming for ya. System, congrats. Hell mode crushed. Warping to base in 5 seconds. Dude grinned. Finally. Level up time. System. Dungeon cleared. Sending you back now. 3 months since he dipped inside. Took way too long. Now, he gotta find survivors. Sojin hit a high school to scope the scene. Students were panic planning what to do next. Some screamed, "We stop, we die." They grilled the cop. "Why so quiet? Bro, talk." Only 1 day left. Yikes, dice. Cop nodded. Yup, just 1 day to clear this mess. Kid was floored. Is this guy for real? Clear an E-rank dungeon. Seriously, think this is a game. No respawns here. Genius. Udao sigh. I'm scared to, but we gotta move. Dungeon break, incoming. A break is basically when ... monsters multiply like crazy and flood out. Gate turns red, rank spikes up. Bad news? And it's happening right here. Hitting to... Nobody here can handle that heat. These guys are only if it hits deep, game over. Do it now, or we're all toast. Another break means 0 survivors. Merchant asked why it's so fast. Udao said, "You know zombies?" Ganji asked how zombies change the rank though. Cop explained. 1 bite, you turn. Instant game over. Plus, they turned dead bodies into more minions. Udao saw they were near an old dungeon school. Kids there got absolutely wrecked by zombies. "We lost big, but gotta defend our turf," the cop said. "Gotta fight to survive this crazy new world." Cop yelled, "Who's gonna step up and fight?" Just another Tuesday in Dungeon World. Not really seen as a doomsday event wrecking lives anymore. Udao knew it was sketchy, but winning was the only way to stay alive. He figured everything was gonna be chill. Lacked top-tier pros, but having Cho-Hana with him was a total cheat code. The big boss barked the order to raid the dungeon again. Outside IFOG apartments, total ghost town. Just flipped rides and silence. Inside was a horror show with bodies dropped all over the place. Dude scouted for a heartbeat. They had to link up with other players. Kong Sojan rolled up to the school portal. Thing was glowing bright red. That neon glow was a dead giveaway of the dungeon's difficulty level. Red meant insane. Blue was a cakewalk. And green was just mid. Reed also signaled a massive spike in the mob count inside. It warned a break was coming, turning the gate pitch black. System said 24 hours remained before the wrecked school blew. Sojin glanced down when something went crunched under his sneakers. Spotted some firewood and realized it was actually still toasty. Meant the squad hadn't been inside the dungeon for very long. Good news, still had plenty of time before the big boom. Then the system bugged out. 22 hours left, then 21. What the heck? That crazy timer speed up meant only one thing. Something was totally hacking the breakthrough process on purpose. If they chilled, monsters would flood out and wreck the place. Had to hustle, need to clear the dungeon before it pops. So Jun added the doing nothing meant everyone inside was toast. Plus, they had to figure out why the clock was zooming. Or was it natural? Dungeon layouts morph based on their level. At Frank rooms stay basic, but things get wild in dungeons blow up objects 2 sizes way bigger than a person. Hero stepped through the gate and landed in an empty classroom. When the dungeon layout blows up like that, it's called expansion. One giant desk could literally fit an entire class of kids. Typical E-rank stuff, way different vibes than a boring E-rank. Being a low-level scrub, he couldn't chill. Then, boom scutton alert. A level 40 creep possessed by some nasty cursed spirit. A weapon spawned in his grip. Big, solid, long sword. Sajin swung, bracing himself to deflect the skeleton's incoming strike. Thrust the blade out, and the skeleton chomped down. Perfect timing, honestly. To dust this bone bag, he had to smash its core. Weak spot was the neck. Kang Jun decided to exercise it right there. With his massive blade, he lopped off the head and cracked the core. System pinged that the player just leveled up. Sweet. Skeleton dusted. He cheered, but then more bones spawned in the room. Sojin wondered why only one showed up. Then he got a quest notification. Questmaster of surprise attacks. Had to jump scare enemies 100 times straight. Mission accomplished. Our guy just snagged the sneak attack master achievement. Sweet. Kongan thought he hit the XP jackpot. Nope. Just piles of crushed bones. Spoiler alert, he wasn't the one who wrecked him. Some other noobs probably cleared the loot already. Total buzzkill for him. So much for power leveling today. A blast rocked the dungeon. The cop and his squad scrambled to bail out of there fast. Officer O and the crew barely ducked behind a corner in time. The shockwave missed, but they got swallowed by a massive dust cloud. Then the screaming started. Boom, surrounded by Scaladian warriors. 1 hour ago at the school, players were absolutely wrecking mobs. Officer O was thinking, hey, smooth sailing so far. The team was totally owning the situation. He watched them combo attacks like pros. 0 issues taking down monsters. Props to the dude with the 6-shooter, barely anyone got hurt. Hana didn't even shoot yet. She was all about playing it safe and ran to patch someone up. Another bang. The shockwave floored half the team instantly. The cop was clueless on where the hits were coming from. Split up. We're sitting ducks huddled like this. Oh yeah. Things went from bad to nightmare mode, real quick. Far off, he spotted figures commanding the monsters. Who's that? Definitely humans. E-rank dungeons don't spawn bosses like that. Stealth wasn't gonna cut it anymore. O's, main quest. Now get the survivors out alive. We gotta clear the magic zone. Stat. He shouted to the group. The mystery goons were aiming for the tankiest guy in the squad. O knew he was outmatched. Masked guy looked pretty shocked. Don't know me. Lame. He thought the cop got rusty since their last beat. The cop paused. That voice rang a bell. Wait, ... Is that the perp he busted way back when? It was the misogynist creep. Mask comes off. Took you long enough. The psycho killer, Wang Dongsu, smirked at the detective. He knew way too well from the old days. Oh, realized he was staring down. Wang Dongzu, the guy on death row for dropping 7 bombs. He busted his hump to catch this guy 8 years ago. A killer is a player now. Are his buddies convicts too? Worst luck ever. How'd a scumbag like him get powers? Unbelievable. Villain grinned, waiting for a hero. Dream on, detective. Wang claimed his crew already wiped the floor with everyone else. Bam. Debris went flying everywhere from a new explosion. Enter, our hero. Kongjin blinked, spotting the stranger. Why the mask, dude? Wang glared at the party crasher. Hero thought, did I miss the fight, or what? Villains like, who's this? Daesu yells, bro, run, now. Too risky to stay. Wang knew he messed up, interrupting. Whoever the kid is, snap went the fingers again. Boom, hero vanishes in a fireball. Poof, Dasu groaned. Another noob fried. Masked guys, too. Hero pops threat detect. Game time. Smoke everywhere. Can't see a thing. Siegen flips on Dragon Eyes, spots the mask. Freak. Easier than a multiple choice quiz. Honestly. Dodged a boom just in time. Safe zone reached. Siegen clocked the moves. Def. A player killer. A red player? The toxic trolls, who grief everyone. In Dreamside, you only get 3 lives. No extras. Even devs hate. And total glitchy trash. Those jerks ruin raids for us too. Siegen decided. Trash needs taking out. Not a mob glitch, just mask face being a pain. Wang yells, beat it, kid. Not your fight. Velen swears, he'll let him walk. Yeah? Right. Siegen smirks. You'd really just let me bounce. Cop screams. That's why. Serial killer. Hero's brain ticks. Heard that name on the news. Prison break? Siegen draws his sword. Not fleeing. Threat detect, plus Dragon Eye. Double buff. Swing, sword connects. One baddie, delete. System ping, got of upper. Nice loot. Siegen quotes Spidey. Great power, responsibility, ... Time to pay the piper. Fugitive boy. Huang thought to himself. Fire, plus gas. Genius. But how'd this kid know? Quick swap to dagger. Thwack next, target hit. Add isolation skill, Siegen says. Def boost. System, player G, deleted. Loot drop, birch staff, sweet. Hero eyes, the boss. Your next lug gets up close, stares him down like a boss. Villain blasts him. Hero goes flying. Siegen lands it. Whippin' ready. Round 2. Bad guy, wrecked. Level up, asterisk ding. System marked M as mobs. He PK'd to many. No guilt trip needed. Guy deserved it. Got dungeon grass, that's why they rushed. Time for him to jet too. Cop intros himself. Huang was total scum. Cop says, thanks. Siegen shrugs. Had it coming? Odesu was like, yo, I need a solid. Squad got jumped by 10 plus creeps. So they split. Cop said they scanned in mall crooks. Guess the prisoners leveled up. Mobs ignored him like they had cheats on. Target. Clark Jun was shook show. For real, Jun couldn't picture the idol as a pro. Desu and Sojan walked the empty road, wearing green cloaks to blend in. MC said, never guessed the sniper was a girl. Cop admitted, yay, blew my mind too. And it's Chihan. Total plot twist. Desu laughed, an idol top-tier player. Wild, rank 12 Clark, aka magic shooter. Gun nut. Aimbot skills. Sojin said, she's a total whale. Means she drops insane cash on gear. The officer shrugged. Haven't gamed in ages. Hero was stunned. Hana versus Clark. Opposites. Desu gear works though. Mobs ghosted them the whole way. Sketchy at first, but it worked out. Sojin said, yeah, I was sus too. Couldn't loot M, so they just used the buffs. Smart, cause the magic dies a day after death. The squad pulled up to the gym. End of the line. Dead zombies everywhere. Udasu was like, okay, that's intense. System pinged. 3 hours till the break. Sojin frowned. Someone's speedrunning this. Alert popped up. Dungeon graph. Not shop loot. This stuff's nasty. It's basically nitro for dungeon breaks. Mix with dungeon water to make a catalyst. Sojin thought, that's weird. Need dungeon water that's Barank. Drop only. Some vet Mustav grabbed it as a closing reward. Regular convicts wouldn't have that high tier loot. Definitely a mastermind involved. Hope Joy Hannah isn't toast yet. Hannah gripped her revolver, dodging arrows, glared at the masks. You guys are annoying. She was soloing the E-rank boss. Both smashed down. She barely hopped clear. E-rank trash, she thought. Zero defense. Hannah knew that her sword guy was basic. His moves were totally predictable. Their team synergy was tight, but she was still dealing massive damage. Just one major issue. Those masked dudes were aiming right at her. Hannah ducked for cover. Who shoots a cutie like me? Rude. Wait, she thought. Why isn't the Death Knight attacking them? Were they immune? Hannah wondered. Are they even human? The boss man barked at his squad to just blast her already. Hannah shouted back, try it, and you're all toast. Ooh! But they were real players. Shooting them felt kinda wrong. The beast roared, revealing a shiny glowing core in its mouth. Hannah took a breath. Time to lock in and focus. She knew this wasn't a game, it was do or die. Decision made. She popped out from her hiding spot. Enemy spotted. Asterisk bang. Her bullet flew straight at Mass face. Boom, right between the eyes. Total head. But now Hannah was totally exposed. The enemies froze, confused that their leader just dropped. System. Player down. The archer squad snapped out of it and started firing again. System ping. Hannah scrambled back just as arrows whizzed past her. Close. One. The monster went berserk, swinging that axe everywhere. Hannah realized the big guy was tough, but running out of time. Weird. Why was her HP dropping even while dodging? Why did this feel so real? Only 3 hours until the breakthrough? Suddenly, Hannah realized the timer was speeding up. Not good. At her level, no way she beats a Y rank in 3 hours. She had to finish this now before it evolved into a She stepped back into the danger zone, aiming at the boss. System update. Knight of Doom, stunned for 5 seconds. Hannah triggered her blood ball skill. Let's go. Trapped him in the sphere, then took the shot. But she knew it had to be a one-hit kill. Just then, Kang yelled, Hannah, get out of there! Asterisk bang. But miss? She blinked. Seriously, what was that? Stamina low. Was she actually going to die here? No way. Suddenly, a barrier popped up. 3 seconds of safety. Kong grabbed her and bailed. Safe distance. Finally a breather. You good? Kong asked, checking on her. The monster roared, starting its transformation. Oh. It leveled up, Hannah cried. D-rank is unbeatable. So yeah, now they were staring down a D-rank boss. Lord Vondi, big name, but he needed a sec to buffer his powers. Kang saw an opening. Now's our chance. Hannah yelled at everyone. We can still bail. Go. We can't kill that thing, she insisted. Run away. Arrow spam. Finally quit. Thank God. Bet those losers bolted for the exit. She knew they were trapped. Beating mobs beats, fighting the boss. Gotta save the city. Hannah watched him charge. Bro, you're not actually soloing that, are you? So denied his rinky-dink sword. Sighing, he muttered. Gonna be a total grind with this stick. Yo, officer, he grinned. Let me borrow your toy real quick. Level 80 gear, PFF, easy mode for him. Boom, wave spear equipped. Magic ripples meant serious damage. Boost, wrong user, thing stays bricked and useless. Hannah's jaw dropped. Wait, he unlocked it? That should be level locked for anyone under 80. Turns out, he stat boosted. While she hugged that orb, sneaky. Alright, let's rock this. Our guy smirked. Chick realized she was teamed with a total smurf account. That Durank ugly mug was itching for a fight, dragon eyes on. So John scanned for crits, totally chill. Even transformed, the weak spot didn't move. Too easy. He spammed circular waves around the beast. Monsters swung deep, so John dodged like a boss. Caught him mid-zero defense up. We got this. She's like, who are you? And nice hacks? So Chun's just like, don't worry about it. Just prep fast or that pot's gonna wreck you. Hannah rolled her eyes. Way ahead of you. She leveled her revolver. Asterisk, pew pew, all crits. Demon Lord lagged out for 3 seconds. My turn. So Jun unleashed frenzied waves. Mob took massive damage. Literally, deleted from the server. Dingbaz defeated, level up, and sweet loot. Dungeon cleared. Outside, creeps waited for Clark. That dude was totally part of the script. Wanted him dead, but Clark was an Think the boss clapped him? Not level 80 yet. Even Clark would rage quit against that boss. Leader guy tapped his foot. Status report. Now, intel dropped. Dungeon break paused. Spawns are disabled. Area safe. The heck bone buzzes? Blacklist gone. Mask boss finally spoke up. We're dipping. K's totally. Mia? So Jun tossed the weapon back. Thanks for the loaner. Wait, are you K? He winked. You guessed it. Hannah was shook. This guy was insane. But the server's top player had already logged out. No way he zoomed here from there while the dungeon was crashing. Odds of that happening? Basically zero. Hannah agreed. She only showed up to fangirl over K. Rumors exist of spots that totally dodged dungeon status. Mystery boss unseen. Hence, she pegged him as K. But nope, huge awkward mix. So June insisted he's K. Hannah apologized for the fail. A thanks for the save should have come first. Honestly, so Jun suggested survivor hunting. Try the school storage. Makeshift safe house for the beat-up crew. Odao was hyped seeing the crowd alive. Feared a wipeout, but they just hid like pros. Healthy folks patched up the battered ones. Odal said no blame game. Just glad peeps made it. Cop check to hurt, dude. You good to walk? Guy said with herbs. He'd be up in a jiffy. So, Jun was stoked. Players get buffed from this. Cop can think whatever. He's still handy to keep. Girl checked on Hannah's vibe. Hana admitted she goofed, but no biggie. Detective said camp time. So Jun joined, recalling the fight. Hannah was basic. But who was this cop guy? So Jun figured the outside mobs were flat. They bailed from the dungeon when it cracked. Cramped living made them hate tight spots now. Picked this spot randomly, but it worked out, sweet. Subway was packed with civvies dodging beasts. Kids saw the cop and cheered his comeback. Odessu loved, they were safe. Totally, mutual vibes. Cop asked Gramps how his health bar looked. Gramps was fine and told the cop to chill. I'll grab grub. Cop told Sojin to relax meanwhile. Dude nodded. Sat down, and the exhaustion hit hard. Crazy day. Dungeons, bodies, and monster mashups. Not super hard, but definitely stressed him out. Then it clicked he totally spaced on something. Forgot the boss loot. Best time to check is now. Prize was the Blade of Regret. Edgy name. How's a cop use a spear under level 80? Glitch. Issue was, the loot wasn't just a shiny stick. He held a locked book. Mysterious much. Useless without the key. Unlock recs weren't met. Bummer he couldn't use the legendary tier manual. The whole reason he came was this stupid book. Suddenly, a squirrel popped into his hand. Cute. Been ages since we hung out, the dude said. So Jun booped the squirrel's nose. Wakey. Goran's tummy rumbled loud. Goran was starving and craved some real grub. This furball's the hero's pet who tagged along to Dreamside. So Jun was stoked Goran was awake, but the pet acted super weird. Only one explanation for that kind of vibe. The dungeon. Not too bad right now since he's just a cute squirrel, but really, he's Gregory, a dungeon-eating beast. He met this expert of Kier on level 50 as a reward. Gregory only chows down on dungeon creeps. So, if Goran's twitchy, something's definitely going down. Trouble is, it's popping off, right where everyone's hanging out. So Janide, his pet, shocked. What's got you so hype? He couldn't care less about the players. Kids were yapping away, so Sujun figured it had to be skeletons. Maybe some mobs got loose when the dungeon crashed. Skeletons are basically 0 IQ monsters. So either Goran's glitching, or just telling his boss he's hungry. Weird vibes here. Goran's nose for trouble was actually a drag. No clue what exactly was pulling him in. Hurt guy in the tent groaned, saying he was totally done for. Suddenly, So Jun clicked on what was up. Dude was checking out. Officer O told the crew the plan. The kid blinked. We gotta smash skeletons. For real. That's risky. Plus, isn't the dungeon closed? Someone piped up. If we hide, they'll dip, and we're good. Yeah, totally not worth the gamble. Officer O was like, that's exactly why we act. If they scatter, tons of people are gonna get wrecked. Then he added, plus, sweet chance to level up. They lost their dungeon buff, so they're way weaker now. Also, it's 3 in the afternoon, and the sun is blazing. Undead are super weak Arin. But hey, no pressure, O said. Your lives, your call, you decide. The squad split up to go hunting. Others guarded. MC couldn't miss the free XP though. He needed loot anyway. Saw some noobs there too. O suggested Intros, and dropped his name first. Cop said he's pretty solid in a brawl. So Jun figured the cop had some elite training. His stats were peak. One guy said, I'm Gong Jaban. Used to be in sales. I'll try my best. Thanks. So Jun raised an eyebrow. Why is he acting like it's the first day of school? Choi Hannah spoke up. Level 7, I'm good with guns. So Jun didn't need her bio. The girl was basically a walking billboard. She was so viral that everyone already knew her face. Plus, spilling your guts just gives haters ammo for later. One guy, Jang, flexed about his dad's company and fancy pads in the rich district. Claimed he was here just to snag another mansion. Used to have a butler. Now, he's stuck riding the bus. Bummer. Sujunite is geared affinity stuff from the first Dream Zone. Pricey equipment, but honestly, total garbage stats. Jang bragged that sticking with him meant staying alive. The cop pointed at our hero, claiming nobody knew who this random guy was. Then Jang piped up. Nah, that's Kong So. Hero blinked. They knew each other? Jang nodded hard. Oh yeah, went to Banjo High together. Dude was a total pushover back then. Sojin clicked. Yep, they definitely shared a classroom. Jang claimed he'd know those dead-looking eyes anywhere. To be fair, Jang looked totally different like. Glow Up Central. He used to fetch my lunch. Jang laughed. Hannah looked ready to explode. The nerve. They were only breathing right now because Sojan saved them. Hannah got up in Jang's face. Apologize. Now, others stepped in. Chilga, fight later. Survive now. Then the hero dropped the bomb. Silence fell hard. Hannah squealed. I knew it. My gut never lies. It was really him. Odu nodded. No wonder he fights like a beast. He quickly mumbled, my bad for the mix-up. Jang scoffed. No way. He's totally faking it. But then he noticed Sochun's Surtrair loot from a boss raid. Still, impossible. Clark probably carried him through the level. Determined to bust him, Jang sneered. What's your level, bro? 37. Our hero shrugged. Jang yelled. Liar. He figured Sojin was just role-playing because he was bored. K isn't even local. Do your research before posing. Loser. Drama over. The squad crept through the city, staying low. Sojun flipped on his Dragon Eye skill. Suddenly, hidden skeletons popped up, two lurking in the alley. Left corner, he warned, and watch the one under that car. He spotted more trouble and shouted, heads up, combat ready. Too many bone bags appeared. The team was totally surrounded. The cop barked orders, pair up, watch each other's backs. Hannah went full blaster mode, melting the undead creeping on him. Jang smirked at Sojin. Step back. Rookie, watch a pro work. Jang actually managed to smash, a few skeletons. See that? We are not on the same level. Sojun recalled that Jang was actually a solid dude back then. He'd ask for snacks but always handed over way too much cash. Rich kid had zero clue about pricey sit. Was basically free money. Sojin figured he'd put up with Jang's weird vibes. As long as the dude helped him stack cash, time to grind. Gam popped out, snacking on gear like chips. Sojin thought, is this furball a bottomless pit? Or does he smell a buffet nearby? Whack! He caught a skeleton that got too close. Sun's dipping, a player warned. Zombies get buffed at night, let's bounce. The cop watched the rookies. Uhad managed to level up. Not bad. Making progress, he noted. Sojin stared at the squirrel. Oda was like, yo, what's up? You're stuffed, buddy, Sojin told the pet. Where's the loot? Oda wanted a nap, but Sojin said, quick pit stop first. A flower shop. Sojin yelled, hold your breath, guys. Boom! Found a dungeon. Garden of Doom. Quest alert. Mission, squash the virus and prune the flower. King spreading spores. The loot was the king's bud. Sojin clicked that's what Gan smelled earlier. Face red, fingers dark. This dungeon was toxic. Dreamside dungeons are wild. Goblin schools, themed spots, and these doom gardens with creepy plant mobs. Rifts here don't spit mobs. They sneeze out virus spores. Catch it, and you're gonna have a bad time. It's a parasite that turns people into literal monsters. Banjo Station folks act like glitchy NPC. Players with zero resistance are gonna get wrecked. E-rank toughness saves you, but we gotta stop the spread. Sojin saw the sun bailing. Clock was ticking. Someone said the mobs would hulk out soon. We're walking XP for them. The cop knew the score, but that red portal screamed, explosion, imminent, ignore it, and it hits then everyone's toast. Why'd they miss it? Probably hidden behind some sketchy door. The squad was jittery about staying, but what choice? Time's up. Oda said, let's raid this thing. The teens jumped in, figuring they'd wing it. Next up, a spooky forest trail. Sojin grinned. Jackpot. Can't ask for better. Raid time. Best players to the dungeon. Scrubs. Back to camp. Sojin's crew was ready, but they needed one more body, so they grabbed Jang. His gear was tanky, and his level was high. Zhong Yang wind. Why bring the cheater? We need a pro. He didn't even realize he was the weak link. Jang was totally not vibing with that plan. Dude snagged a weird fruit, ready to munch. Kong yelled, drop it, but Jang was like, chill. It's a ground apple. Riper means major mana boost, he claimed. Bang. The fruit exploded in his hand. Bye-bye snack. Hannah blew. Smoke off her gun. Watch your 6 idiots. Jang looked up. Yikes. Spiky death vines everywhere. Bra actually squealed like a scared piglet. Jang was secretly grateful. Major regrets. Squad hit the boss room. A greenhouse. Seriously? Meet the king of flowers. Sounds lame? Is deadly. Looked like a sunflower that's seen way too much gore. Kang warned. Heads up. This weed is on steroids. Kill it. Grab the bulb. Get the antidote. Easy. Smash it into Goop and Boom Dungeon Sickness Cure. We can save the sick peeps back at Banjo Station. It's our only shot, Kong said. No pressure. Jang puffed his chest. Relax. I got this. Everyone gagged. The smell was absolute trash. Why's a flower smell like a toilet? Gross. Flower face opened up and spat spiky vines. Ambush. Dodge. Screamed Kang. Oh, was already diving in. Boslin J. Hannah aimed and pulled the trigger. Asterisk. Blam. Monster got pushed back. Tentacles sliced. Nice one. Jang shoved Kong. Move, you're blocking my spotlight. I'm taking this giant weed down solo, he bragged. Kong yanked his collar hard. Hey, Jang snapped. You crazy? Kong pointed down. Watch your feet, genius. A killer flower popped up right where he was standing. Jang shrieked. Boss has minions. Obviously, our hero side. Total no-brainer. Don't fight if you're clueless. He popped dragon. To reach the boss, he had to cross a flower minefield. One wrong step and those plants would feast like Oh shrugged. Guess we gotta trust Hannah on this. Too slug, Kang said. It'll go berserk by then. If she goes blood mode, her AoE damage skyrockets. Only way she wipes the floor with them. Hannah smirked. I got this. Just need that elixir. She demanded a potion. Kang was like, nope. I need the XP. My level up is crucial. Jang blinked. Wait, is he actually charging in? No way. But Kang sliced vines like butter, rushing the boss. Jang's jaw basically hit the floor. Is this dude actually gonna pull this off? The cop was totally shook. How's Sojin wrecking shop at level 37? Only one guess. Dude's gotta be K. Desu saw just two vibes here. Either he's max level or spamming some broken cheat code. Sojin went beast mode, screaming as he sliced the boss in two. Chihana screamed, totally hyped. Odao was shook. Jang just kept quiet and looked down. Sojin's like G. System pinged. Levels up. Hero bagged a prize. Some flower bulb. Also, snagged Kukasha's spiky glove. Sweet. Standing in boss guts? Sojin checked the loot. Way better than expected. Glove was crafted from the Flower King's spikes. Gnarly. It morphs your hand into a short sword. Handy? With his heavenly body cheat, he can equip anything. This glove rules. Bro leveled up 10 times since boot camp. With XP stacked over 90 days, Hei's gonna solo to rank dungeons with his eyes closed. Sojin's in a whole different league from the noobs. Now, Jang couldn't process Sojin being this Is he K? He stopped. Place was totally trashed. Definitely a battle zone. Skeletons and dead players scattered all over. Grim. Odao? Checked pulses. They're toast, he said. Something sketchy went down. They hit the station. Anyone home? Hannah asked. Sojin spotted footprints, but the tracks went every which way. Weird. Odao hollered for a reply. Suspected that dungeon sickness. Cop noticed 0 skeletons around, which meant the virus was spreading. Hannah pointed out the zona was already cleared. How'd it spread so fast? Then, a voice. Someone crying for help. Saw a dude buried under rocks. Desu chucked the stones away. Guy let out a huge breath. Cop shouted, wake up, kid. Spill the tea. Tried to use a potion, but the game said, nope, needed a revive pot. System flagged a death warning. His legs were trash and nerves fried. Without a revive item, he's a gun. Desu gave him a numb potion to kill the pain. Kid sipped it and woke up. Cop was right there. What went down? Cop asked. Kid said it was instant. Giant beast popped up on the stairs. We tried to kite it to the traps, like we practiced. But we got jumped. Everyone went full zombie mode. Kid rattled off the list of victims. System alert. Player has entered berserk mode. Total madness. So Jun figured a healer could have fixed this glitch easy. Too bad Banjo Station was fresh out of clerics tonight. So, yeah. Game over for that guy. Nothing to do. So Jun clocked it. Stage 3 turns you into a straight-up mob. Stage 1, just the chills and some funky colored fingers. But wait for Stage 2, that's full aggro zombie mode. Does the real monster only spawn when the HP hits 0? So Jun thought the Garden of Death was done for. But Stage 3 speedrun the infection way too fast. What triggered this? Victim mumbled a bit, blacked out, and disconnected. Desu said, let's bounce. And nobody argued with that. Boom! A monster pops out of the pitch-black hallway. Chihana wasted 0 time. Boom! Straight head. She was like, once they turn, no respawn. So Jun gave a grim nod. Yep. Losers stayed rotting. Winners split. Then, the undead respawn. Cop yelled, everyone pick a target. Take one each. So Jun jumped in, sword swinging, deleting mobs left and right. Paths clear. Follow the carry. So Jun called out. Desu sighed, relieved. Easy game, no stress, he added. The squad headed over to Sinpunk Station next door. So Jen felt the serious ghost town vibes there. Abandoned dev project. Hannah spotted fresh tracks. So Jun noticed the prints went all over the map. The cops guessed they were headed to Yongdongpo Station. That was the squad's original panic room location anyway. Just follow the tracks to get there. Simple enough. Then Jun saw creepy glowing eyes deep in the tunnel. 0 hesitation, sword up, ready to tank the hit. Desu screamed for everyone to get in position. ASAP. Hannah panicked. Me? Then the beast stepped out. It was you, Jin. So, Jin sighed. Okay, new boss fight. Kill it. Get XP and loot. Standard RPG logic. That's the dungeon virus for ya. People become mobs. Thousands got wiped in the first zone cause of this bug. But now, the whole server's fate is on the line. So, Jun swore to speedrun this kill. Too risky to wait. The MC knew he needed a one-hit KO right now. Mitfai, he realized. This thing is seriously It blocked with an extra arm, so John sliced it off. Thing opened its mouth and, gross, another arm shot out. Daesu offered to provide some backup support. Stay put. So Jun yelled, your DPS is too low for this. Cop guessed it was a stage 3 boss. Chihana's like, chill. We wait. Sojin circled, hunting crit spots. Snuck behind, neck exposed. Bingo. Sorry, Eugene. Slice, head's gone. Fight finished. Time to gasp for air. 3 stages clear. She's rank buffed. Now, Oldham totally would have lost to her. But bro grinded 100 XP in training. Cash those in. Triple power boost. Cop screamed incoming. No farming time left. Nasties poured from the dark tunnel. Smash time. Every mob was DDer. Minimum, disease stage 3. Just humans who morphed weird. Just mobs, she said. Then whoa, ceiling crawlers. Jung Jiang clocked it. Totally trapped. Were they camping the ghost station spot? Sojin called it. Clear the trash mobs first. Jung rushed in, slashing. 0 damage dealt. Young Yeon gasped. How's Sojin one-shot EM? Then our guy snuck behind and lopped its head off. Jang Yeong flinched. Seriously? How? Sujan asked. Squad definitely went. Yongdong. Mall's close, Chihana said. Easy loot restock. Sojin chimed in. Let's roll there. She's like, too risky now. Way more creeps spawning that way. Plus, something sketchy waits ahead. Sojin's vibe. Don't care. I'm going anyway. Cop's confused. Sojin goes, tell ya later. Just stick to me for now. Then he started blocking zombie swipes again. That's the stage 3 sign. Total, body horror. They morph hard. Wings, limbs, skinny, or huge. Total RNG. Weirdly, their mutations match their wishes. To beat them, spot that craving. Extra eye. They just craved vision. Maybe blind before and craved sight. Sojin rushed and jammed the neck hard. Easy, if you get the gimmick. Then, sword snapped. Sojin sighed. Junk's useless for grinding now. Oh, Daesu offered up his spear. Nah, I'm stocked. He equipped Kakesha's spikes. Short range means risky plays. But high deep. Sojin gave the new MIT a test run. It worked way better than expected. Total win. Beast got wrecked. Sick loot, the dude said. Sojin popped Dragon's eye. Heads up, we're entering his turf. The cop was like, who are you even talking about? Trigger's here, he said. Even the creeps are too scared to visit. Red mana vibes. Looks like the baddies don't know. We crashed the party. Daesu figured this ugly mug was basically stage 4 material. Probably spawned from the rift because of that dungeon flower. Sojin nodded. Some idiot fed him the bloom, making him patient 0. Like a nasty virus gets in, multiplies, and ruins your whole day. If we don't squash the trigger, the whole city catches the crud. Some poor noob got grabbed, coughing, and crying for a carry. But the beast just deleted him. He dropped dead. Then, the monster says hi to the chat. Yo, you guys here to be my snack? Gimme hearts, subs, and hit that bell. Seriously, is this for real right now? Sujin saw a pile of dead gamers. It smelt like straight up iron. How many kills did he farm? Odao asked. Who's that? Deno Sojan shrugged. Some kind of Hydra knockoff. Trigger shaped maches. Their pre-flower wishes. Weird flex. Doubtful that. He's the first. Won't know till we face the boss ourselves. Hannah checked the fight scars. ... Pre-Pangu Station. If the gossip's true, it actually went down. Sujan bet. Someone dragged the trigger here on purpose. Based on that mana. Dude Zizeli over level 100. Probadik last boss from a mid-tier dungeon. Sojin thought, slowpoke. Not even that op. But in Dreamside, that logic don't fly. Ain't a basic game where high stats mean all. You could scrap a level 4 mob with 100 strength. Every beast has its own fighting vibe. Yano, with the right buffs, even a scrub mob can wreck a pro. From what RMC saw, ... This thing's a total tank. Huge HP pool. Beast went aggro. Everyone scrambled like scared cats. Sojin heard a voice. Cop goes, it's that kid. Jong knew, that YouTuber voice. Isn't he in jail? Did he break out? Dude was on death row for eating people. Claimed it was chicken, but lab tests said long pig. Judge went hard on him. No mercy. Straight to the electric chair. Basically, before turning, this guy was totally screwed. Smash that like button. The beast roared. Odao and Jangi were shook. Since when do raid bosses have hands? Grabby Claws reached out. Jangi bolted yelling, Wiseies. The cop blocked the path with his spear to save the noob. But he knew he couldn't solo this guy. Odao guessed the beast's speed came from all those creepy arms. Stay alert. The monster agrode on the officer. Odao dodged, putting some distance between them. He needed to kite the enemies so the squad could attack. He yeeted his spear. Sojin, you're up. Wreck him. Sojin equipped his epic gauntlets and leaped sky high, throwing a massive haymaker. Bam! Right in the jaw. The beast wasn't ready for that kind of smoke. Solid hit. but the health bar barely dropped. Sojin knew spamming attacks wouldn't work forever. Hannah realized he's trying to clip us for his stream, just like his last viral fail video. The monster screeched and charged. Total juggernaut mode. He spotted Hannah. You. Snack time. The creep drew. Hannah aimed her piece. The audacity of this ugly dude. Not on the menu. Pout. She fired, but 0 damage. Dealt. He's tanky. Is that plot armor? She cried. Sojin groaned. His defense stats are maxed out. Twitch reactions aren't enough. We gotta outgrind him. Cover me, Sojin yelled. Round 2. Fight. Roger that, Hannah replied, locking in. Eat lead, she shouted. Sojin went for a Joe-check combo. Bullseye bullet went straight down the gullet. Decent DPS, the beast sneered. Sojin retreated fast. Odao cheered. It's super effective. Keep it up. We can actually beat this level. But Sojin saw they were barely scratching the paint. Only one strat left. Guys, he sighed to the team. Suddenly, Jangi stepped up to main tank. He started roasting the beast with some spicy trash talk. The monster roared back. Jangi gagged. Odao readied his spear. Light him up, Hannah. Teamwork makes the dream work. Keep him busy while I flank, Sojin ordered. Gotta clutch this. Our hero focused his energy. Magic focus. On. He rushed the big guy decisively. If he's OP, I just gotta level up mid-fight. Fresh meat, the monster laughed. A barrier popped up between them. Don't forget to sub, the monster yelled again. Sojin swung, yelling Heath. Double tap that like button and share. Swore the whole squad's subbing too. Wham! Harder hit. Beast spat teeth. System pinged. Glutton mangy toast. Loot. Ring of attention. Beast croaked, leaking pure mana. Hero had 0 clue who set this up or why. Gotta figure it out. Hooded dude looked shook. Is that Kai? He gripped a huge glowing orb. City side. He only ran 5 cores. Check and trigger growth. But this power? Crazy. Began faking busy again. Minho asked. Began dropped to Hood, eyeing his pal. The corp was a dreamside group. Super shady, spreading rot like a tumor. Their dark web puppet mastered the land. Even their logo screamed evil. Bolt through 2 moons. Becky said Minho's timing grokked. He found something weird. Showing the orb, Becky said. Think Kai made it? Noob reports say nobody qualified for hell mode. Becky added, if Kai really lived, he's totally gonna block us. Gotta grill the farmers for info? SEC later, Chen said. Got him. Speed buff squad zoomed there. Sword in neck. Beasts, a solo-only dungeon. Total crook at heart. Still had uncleared data. Eating folks, let him see Earth's status. Kai was meant to train and croak, but nope. Chan guessed the dude switched lanes. Minho asked why Chan froze. They'd changed. Even Kai was just a rookie now. Minho said, tell boss. If it's him, crush it ASAP. Players sprinted down the tunnel, ditching aggro mobs. Kid glanced back and thought, don't they tire? Gotta be the last batch. Couldn't believe they were just people earlier. Dashed across the station, dying before meeting Sue. Lame. Saw a light. A train? No way. Power's out 3 months. Where'd it come from? Stuck between a rock and a hard place. Angry mobs here. Speeding, train there. He dodged and ran past the train. Speaker blared. Doors closing, we're bouncing. Sit down. He hopped in, just in time. Those creeps stayed stuck outside. Speaker, yelled departing. Doors slammed, and we dipped. Bro gasped for air. Somehow, he actually didn't die. Ditched the freaks. Now to Yondo, to find that cop guy. System pinged. Entered a class. D dungeon. Fun times? A literal ghost train? Spooky. Soon the conductor checks. Ticks. Dodger's gonna get wrecked. The squad speed ran the tunnel toward Jan. Jan was Shuk Kong, so Jan actually clapped that beast. Kinda knew it, but seeing it, K is totally op. How'd K wreck that thing at such a low level? Hacks. Without him, we'd be total toast. Chihana, Jian like, is that the sickness talking? Uda was like, seeing this mess, thought all died. That trigger was super tanky and impossible to shake. Kang bet 1 survived. Said it's basically fishing. Survivors got the bug. Some were left as zombie bait. Meet the herd. Infected try to snack on you instantly. Those triggers weren't made just for bugs getting worse. Soon, everyone might turn trigger. Hero didn't know the boss, but had to stop. Especially if it's them. Those corporate NPCs who had gone rogue could make quests just to bait players. They leveled up until one gamer wrecked their setup. Word got out. A player named K just logged in. K was venting stress by trashing their dungeons. Best fun in Dreamside. Wrecking the company. Heroes gotta check. OG company or copycat noobs. They call Yongdong Ghost Station for a legit reason. You literally can't see squad in here. Cops said if it goes south, they got a backup plan. Loot stash at the station. Someone hit it last time. The detective swiped all the loot. Kong said, smart move, 'cause supplies are rare. Owu spotted an open can. Someone beat him to it. Kong asked the cop why. Ponju peeps stayed noobs. Just train, right? Hannah explained that back then the Wi-Fi was trash so others couldn't log in to play. Kang asked if she had connection. She's like, yup, just updated her phone, only peeps, with that switch chat. Plus, a leveling system exclusive to players. Right now, only way to play is applying to it's the last base standing. Pungyu Station. Masked dudes watched the aftermath. Body parts everywhere. Masked guy thought, baggage called it. Yo, it's Yun Beino, head of Break Team 3. Intercom screamed. Sit down, losers. Legendary hidden station. Total VIP zone. Train swapped line 1 for 10. Sus. Advisor guys spotted old construction. Line was lagging, dude told Mr. Jun. ... We're bouncing to Yongdumpo Station. Rare loot. Yun shook. Death wish much. Class D dungeon. Locked out bummer. Board that train. You're stuck forever. Yun ain't dying like a total noob here. Boss Bukan said. Wreck those punks. Yun was like, bruh, that's impossible. Plus, if they board, goblins L toast. APK means ARC. Like Noah's boat vibe, MC figured APKs, the last safe base. Hannah updated system. Phone leveled up. So they were grinding to reach a peak. Kang bet, all the survivors are chillin' there. Odo's like move it, they're close. Guran smelled snacks. Yummy loot nearby? Kang saw glowing eyes. Yo, someone's here. Squad rushed, where Garen pointed. Hannah's like, why we chasing a rondo? Kong thought, it's the Ponju survivor. Runner kept peeking back. Slowing down, baited, he led him to a waiting room. Ghost town, nobody there. Kong snatched that arrow, saved Jungi's face. Smoke popped. Arrows kept raining down, but Odu and Kong parried that mess. Kang's brain blast. Dude wants us dead. Assault kept going, but Kong and Hannah ... were too fast. Dodged every arrow. Harrow felt him close. Watch this move. Smoke cleared. Whoa, it's a goblin. Kong wondered. Dungeon rift nearby. He yelled, don't shoot. Goblin surrendered. Too late trigger pull. Late warning. Gob's arm got nicked. Hannah's salty. Why keep him alive? Yun said. Trust the boss. He knows stuff. Kang pointed. Not a monster. Guys, he added, we're looking at a human. More crept out. MC yolled. The kobold asked if Kojin was with the loan sharks. Name Shin Hung Woo, he said. And chill, we aren't monsters. The detective scoffed. Could have fooled me, looking like that. Kojin nudged him. Bro, check the HUD. Monster names glow red. See, white text. The kid added, we're just glitchy players. Kojin turned to the goblin. So why jump us? You hate humans? The kobold waved his hands frantically. No way. Big mistake. It's the loan sharks. The leader side, been a mess since launch. The kid looked around, totally confused by the apocalypse vibes. Just total wreckage, flipped cars and destruction everywhere. He checked a pop-up and equipped a wicked-looking long finally clicked that it's a game. He used to grind this daily. Dude was cracked, leveled up to nearly 200 back then. Had an inventory full of epic loot worth serious cash too. Then the army draft ruined his cash-out plans. Zero profit. Still, he wasn't a scrub. Teamed up with the Yondumpo crew. Took charge immediately. Listen up, we're all making it out. So the squad headed straight for the labyrinth of choice. Just a standard dungeon run. Normal difficulty setting. Portal glitched out, but he barely clutched the escape. Hey, a win is a win. He was still breathing, right? Only player to solo that mess on normal mode. Total legend. He'd been carrying the team's survival ever since. Then these random merchants popped up at the station. Look at Super Seuss, but acted all friendly and wholesome. Even handed out free snacks and gear samples to everyone. Players were hyped, thinking it was just good RNG karma. Spoiler alert, it was a massive scam. Broke noobs pawned their ID cards, thinking smart investment. Nope, total bait. They walked right into a trap. Shin says nobody knew the free food was spiked with drugs. When they were signing that contract, the sellers conveniently left out the catch. Miss a payment? Boom, they repo your actual physical body. Classic villain move it was hidden in the tiny fine print. Those dirtbags hijacked our The kobolds screamed. Merchants ghosted, then the loan sharks rolled up to collect. Contract activated. Bodies gone. Souls stuck in monster forms. But wait, it gets worse than just being ugly. Sharks show up weekly for interest. It's in the contract. Shin says the interest payment is literally their memories. Kojin frowned. Anyone else? Swing by? Maybe from Pan. You trashed that place? He asked if the debt terms changed. Shin just shook his head sadly. When are the sharks due? Suddenly, the goblins flinched. Loan sharks arrived. Everyone ghosted just in time. Hannah checked if Kai was good. Bro just nodded. She was shook by how ghostly he looked. Hero said he was just totally salty. Goblins had flat rates, but the brain drain hit him different. Some totally forgot how to speak human. Hannah asked why. Everyone's brain bank was different sizes. Sin Hunwoo had 23 years of memories stored. Some new zilch just kids. Detective was shook. So Shin fought the sharks while totally under. Hana asked, what goes down? They forget being human, Hiro said. Instant monster mode. Odao finally got the vibe. Human soul in a kobold bod. That's why the system tagged him. Kang clocked a kobold hiding from the sharks. Dude was clutching a detonator button. Boom. Smoke swallowed everything. Again. But the shark took 0 damage. He dissed. The kobold's archers fired to delete him. Shark stepped out, not even dodging the arrows. He swatted the arrows away like annoying bugs. Then, grenades flew. Dude didn't even flinch. Huge explosion and massive fire. Kobold yelled, they'd totally beat the sharks now. Shark walked out the smoke, untouched, and grabbed a goblin by the head. Villain wrecked him. You borrow, you pay. Kujin popped out the smoke to help the squad. Villain saw him and got super triggered. He demanded payment. Kong decked him in the jaw. Villain lost balance and went flying. Then Hannah landed a headshot on the shark. Bullseye, she asked Hiro if he took damage. He was Gucci, but the shark was invincible. Hiro scanned him. This shark was a goblin. Looked buff. A level 80 Wagya. Wagya said back off. Kang asked if he was human. Kang stepped up and grabbed his horn. Bro said cut the yap. Time to throw hands. He pulled a spiked hammer and jump smashed him. No tanking that. Waggy got wrecked. Kong said goblins got off their own parents. These baddies are built diff from kobolds. Suddenly, another shark spawned in flames. Kong popped his dragon's eye skill. Didn't your mom teach you fire burns ugly? Rookie mistake. Level 85 and huge. Way bigger than the last scrub. Sojin yelled, handle the mobs. Girl! And rushed to the big guy. He charged the giant through a wall of fire. Sketchy. Sojin jumped and punched the dude's face. Pow! Right in the kisser. Sister pinked. Goblin Lone Shark. Defeated. Get wrecked. Level up. He snagged a double contract with the kobolds. Sweet. Totally rigged game. He scoffed. Sojin bet they hid the text with a cheat item. Sneaky. Hannah went beast mode. 2 wasted sharks everywhere. Cope looked around. It's over. He sighed. Relieved. Sojin noticed the silence. Wait a quiet. Dea soon saw ghosts over the sharks. Cop totally freaked. What the heck? Sojin guessed. They were player souls. Ghosts on sharks and kobolds both. Haunted house vibes? Cop was clueless. What is even happening? Hannah was lost too. Then souls floated up and mashed into one. Sojin sprinted after the ghost blob. Chase mode on. Hurry up, he shouted. Kids in danger. They ran downstairs, deeper into the station. They stared at a train, powered up and everything. For real? Sojin blinked. That junk still runs. He said it's a Line 10 train. How'd it glitch over here? Garan popped out. Sojin said Garen smelled snacks. Needs food. Doors slid open. Voice buzzed. Sit down. Losers, we're leaving. Great. Another dungeon, he groaned. Dreamside's full of dungeons. Main content, obviously. Some are carts or ships. Sujan faced the open doors. Ready? Train wasn't here before. Glitch in the matrix. Maybe a mobile dungeon just spawned right there. Souls flew onto the train. Oda was like, now what? Sojin asked the cop. What's the plan, chief? You get this as a moving dungeon, right? Sojin checked. Boarding means we might bail on Banjong survivors forever. Cop reminded them what Hunwoo said. Dude warned the place was a ghost town. Survivors wouldn't skip Yeongdong-po. They'd have fled. No battle signs either. Not even a Hydra. Total Cop said, don't chase ghosts. Chasing ghosts without proof. Priority 1. Save the kids' souls right here. Sojin agreed. They boarded. System. Fair dodger alert. Player missed the ticket. Big oops. Gong Ji-won got flagged by staff busted. A little goblin popped up to jump Gong Ji-won. A level 52 new dude tried swinging, but the imp was too fast zooming around and bugging him. Helpless bro whipped out his blade and just started flailing wildly. But nah, 0 damage. Realized the mobs weren't even trying to aggro him, just trolling him. System beeped. Quest failed. No ticket for you. Now the station crew was hunting him down. A massive shark-looking goblin showed up, got nabbed and cuffed, woke up in a cell with other unlucky players. Totally clueless about what was going down. Back of the train, tiny goblins were busy grinding. The squad rolled up, sizing up the mobs like pros. Why so tiny? Sojin knew better than to be tricked. Looked weak, but were totally over level 70. Probably that race that frags humans for low. Chiana guessed this was just a cargo car. Sojin agreed. D-class dungeons are always sus. Like that E-class rec school. Chill outside, but massive on the inside. Window view, definitely above ground, not below. Sojin figured this wasn't just a basic run. Soon as they stepped in, system notif spammed a MC, nailed it. It's a themed dungeon. Gotta learn the specific house rules to beat this level. Sojin started decking the closest goblin. Since violence was the only clue he had, ding, system says he snagged a ticket. He was on track. System pinged. Chihana got one too. Oh, Sue bagged a ticket. Shankota mob and Goddess pass. Thought they won. But Sojan was like, trash him. Said they ain't got time for a full clear. Seems the conductor's hunting. Fair dodgers from the back. Gotta bait him. Chana was shook. We're the bait. Sojin gave a thumbs up. Hero said they're clueless about the kids' souls. To live, act crazy. That'll summon the boss. Jung asked, what about the mobs? Goblins cowered in corners. Sojin saw their panic and yelled, gear up. Now, system flashed. Quest failed. Sojin was now the conductor's prey. Attendant spawned in and walked up to him. Guy asked for a ticket. Sojin chill said, lost it. Didn't wait. Sojin sucker punched him to the floor. Goblin was furious. The audacity of this dude. Kong struck a gum pop, goes the goblin teeth. Grabbed his horn. You staff or an arc, bro? The guard kept his mouth shut. Kang jammed a spiked cage at his neck. Themed dungeons are just gimmicky raids. Mission, find a baby goblin on a ghost train. Fail, and the staff turn into hunters. K shrugged, just gotta beat this guy. Ticket stress, totally gone. Kong stared. What's with the eyes? Why? So sad. Where's your soul? Goblin played the amnesia card. Talk fast or die, Kong threatened. Guy Swa, he knew absolute zero. Scared stiff, he squeaked. Souls are in zone. D. That was literally all he knew. Think the merchants are chillin' there too. Keys. Now, Kong demanded. Go haunt Zone F for all I care. Quest skipped. Kang looted the goblin's bag. System player wrecked the station employee. Robbery success. Loot unknown scroll. Goblin powered down. Face planting the floor. Item ID, Zone F master key. Let's dip, Kong told the squad. Time's tight. Detective asked, was he a player? A victim? Nah, Kong said. Different from the kobold. Stolen souls don't make you a goblin. You gotta eat people to turn? Gross. Right? The squad looked totally grossed out. Save the pity. Kong saw a door. Exits here. I got the key. Door swung open. System, achievement, speed dungeon, conqueror, detective blinked how. Don't we need the quest? Kong smirked. Not exactly. You can beat dungeons normally, or, use cheats and glitches. System Easter eggs come in handy. System, welcome to the safe zone. Chill here. They walked into a straight-up banquet. Kang stared down the oldest guy there. Chained players sat nearby, mouths gaping open. Obvious guess. Evil merchants. The old guy asked, you kids got tickets? It was the gambler bandit, Sundak Pal. Sojin just shrugged. No ticks, bro. The villain totally lost it. You dare crash this party, Sundakpal raged. Sojin grinned. Sweating bullets out here, right? The traitor signaled for the dude to tag along. Heads up, the cop warned. Hannah smirked. Born ready. Pal feigned, nice, suggesting they were wiped and offering grub. Totally confused. The squad sat and munched away anyway. Major weird vibes. The guy said to address him as Mr. Son, claiming he ran the whole show. His neighbor introduced himself as Kong. Sojin smirked. Cool. Nice meeting. Yeah. The cop was stumped. What was this dude plotting? Sojin whispered to the cop. That goblin's bag has something funky. Just a slip of paper with a code for a tree hangout. So hot. Sojin pondered how to refund those kid souls. He needed deets on the contract the kid signed to pull that off. Bam. A goblin crashed the party out of nowhere. How'd you get in? Sundakpal cack. Dunno where you grabbed that code, but it expired last month. Sojin gloved up. Super cautious bunch, aren't they? Mr. Sun yelled. Get him. In total chaos erupted. The cop drew his spear. Hannah whipped out a revolver. Who are you? Kong gasped. Go to Zone F6 right now. Odao guarded the exit, clutching a spear. In a rush, he's skipping the rights reading to save time. You can't solo us all, the traitors yelled. The cop flexed his skills. Relax. One spear does the job. The merchants got totally wrecked. Sojin approached the boss. I wanted peace, but you messed it up. Pal gasped. You actually daring to defy Jack? Jack Sojin blinked in surprise. The traitor laughed. He finally got it. He'd rebelled against Jack. Rank 9? Our hero busted out laughing. That scammer is here? Jack's the number 9 dungeon merchant. He topped the charts without ever throwing a punch. He's got 2 reps. People say Jack is awful. Never take a loan from him. But Jack is solid. Honest deals, keeps promises, finds the best loot. Mainly, he'll travel to the ends of the earth for a client, sell, then poof gone like a ghost. Hence the nickname. Marat. Sojin grabbed his collar. Jack's here. That jerk scammed him. Pal stayed mute, just foaming at the mouth. He dropped to the floor, soul leaving the chat. Same weird vibe hit the other sellers too. Jangi yelled, they're dead. Sojin thought of the kobold. Hannah shrugged. Probably Jack's mess. Gun blinked. Surprised? Is Jack seriously that toxic? Hannah called him a two-faced snake who'd smile while robbing you blind. She got played too, blowing her gear savings on his scam. Sojin paused. Wait, Jack hustled the girl too. Hannah claimed they both got wrecked by that con artist. Sojin wondered, did this troll really clown every top ranker? Whatever. No receipts, no proof. So who knows? Hannah swore she'd throw hands the second she saw him. Let's unshackle these guys first, Sojin said. He and Kate busted them loose. Weirdly, one dude wasn't even tied up. He rocked a huge angel. Iringa, rare level 300. Drop. Only Jack owns that loot. But the guy insisted they had it wrong. Claimed he wasn't Jack, Sojin asked. So, where'd you cop the bling? The kid shrugged. Bought it? Kay's jaw dropped. That's the angel earring. Hannah aimed her revolver. 9 grams of lead, express delivery to your skull. The guy instantly bowed. My bad. Okay, I am Jack. Jack admitted trolling the rankers just to farm extra loot back then. Said he's super sorry now. Meet Ji Sang-soo, alias Jack. Sojin cut in. Forget Dreamside drama. Focus on right now. Jack apologized to Mr. K, claiming he didn't expect the game to spiral. Sojin asked, how'd you ID me? As Mr. K, I mean? Jack spilled the tea immediately. Hannah, so he was hunting a fake Jack and bumped into them. Jack nodded. Actually, I was GP stalking K. Explained his sensor locks onto one specific player. He swapped items for that tracker. Said hanging with Mr. K brings in the big bucks. K's his literal money magnet. The detective realized Jack is only 14, just a middle schooler. Jack turned to Hannah. Hey, I'm actually a huge Clark fanboy. She froze. Wait, he knew she was Clark? Jack said he hit up all her fan meets. Then it clicked for Hannah. She never guessed the cute kid was actually Jack. The kid added, I totally thought Clark was some beer-beat old dude. Jack mentioned finding a copycat ruining his street cred. For 3 months, without K's signal, he just roamed the city like a zombie. Then some shady merchants rolled up on him. They tipped him off about Jack too. The deal sounded sketch, but he said yes anyway. They claimed the angel earring could void the contract. Jack said, that's when he smelled profit. So he tagged along to hunt the fake Jack. They came here to hit the imposter's auction house. Sojin asked, what kind of joint is it? Jack replied, think black market warehouse in the new D5 zone. Gotta be some rare loot hidden inside that crib. So, Jun figured this was the creepy auction block for those folks. Jack nodded. Yo, heard any news on when these baddies got wrecked? They were straight up red players. Usually, dying meant dropping gear and raining XP. But nope, they ditched their bods and kept on ticking. Moved their souls elsewhere. Basically used people as extra lives. Big bad behind this, the so-called Goblin Master. Plus, there's that phony Jack running around. Goblins roll deep with a strict pecking order. Top dog ruling them all. Is this beefy dude? Like an. Yet the owners somehow leashed even that beast king. So Jun bet they were the masterminds behind this drama. Gotta hunt down the owner, detective said. Move it, Aesop. Hannah spotted Zoni Jack's light. Shortcut time, I'll explain later. Next thing, they're surfing a speeding train roof. Jun blinked. This is your shortcut? For real. Jack's plan. He knew which carriage hit up the black market. Get there, get the intel, easy peasy. Jun peeped the HUD info. Sweet, looks solid. System pinged, location, hidden area, train roof, hidden quest. Night of the Four Gods started. Porto popped up. Jack cringed. Oops, maybe not the safe route. A level 72 Spectre screeched incoming. Train mobs, then speed. Jun equipped his Kakashi spiked gloves. Jack yelled, yo, those are physical hits? Fail. Jun popped his comm skill instantly. System tip. You can now focus mana. Blast him by dumping all mana into the impact point. He swung those gloves and smoked the ghosts. Time to mop up. Kay spun around. Wait, where's Jack? Right here, Jack chirped. Jun nearly jumped off the train. Jack forgot I can go invis. My bad, hence the name, Mirage. Now, about these problem, Jack added. Wipe 'em all out, and Mama shows up. The big bad Banshee D. Hero smirked. So this is the shortcut. New plan, guys. Choi Hannah just started blasting with her hate this, she spat. Jun yelled, leg it, run. Fighting's pointless. Jangin and Otis looked shook. Why bail? What's the deal? Jun explained. Kill the minions. Summon the boss Banshee. We can't take her, but maybe we can use her. Changjun bolted from the mob, screaming for backup. Detective grimaced. 2 minutes. Fall back. Now. Yo Changjun, can you and the cop kite those ghosts away? Bro, Changyun grinned. Trust me, I got this. Wine guy pointed his glass. Yo, spectate player, beat dudes insanely fast. Is he hacking, or what? Before long, it was obvious. Beat 25 had totally wrecked everyone. A beast walked up to fake Jack. Show's over, folks, the guy said. Why is he here? The beast growled. Check the logs. Jack, Great, vibe, killed. The guy sighed. Now this fancy wine tastes like trash. That goblin hat gave fake Jack admin privileges over nearby objects. So, fake Jack asked, what's the big news? Bad news, boss, the goblin said. Someone jumped a staff member. You gotta see the replay. The goblin pointed at the monitor. Screen showed Sujin knocking out the NPC and snapping his horn. Savage, Jack raged. You kidding me? A player actually. Solid. A staffer. I D'd them now. Wine guy squinted. Wait, I know her. Is that seriously Well, that changes the whole game. Nab him but prioritize. Grabbing the girl. She's the key. Delete the others. Meanwhile, the squad hit Cardis. Weirdly quiet. Hannah whispered. Think the cop and Gian can actually handle the heat? Relax, Sojun said. Chong Yin's defense stats are maxed out. Plus, he's a legit detective. Guys, a pro. We're here. Jack pointed. Black market is just past this tunnel. Place is Sketch City. Anything goes. Everyone's masked up to stay a problem. The trio only had one lousy mask between them. Now what? Hannah asked. Can't solo it? Jack smirked. I got a plan. K. Take my gear, the guy said, tossing his cloak. It was the hermit's cloak. Legit stealth. Total invisibility. With this, Jack said, you can sneak in and snag the contract intel. So Jun shook his head. Nah, that ain't gonna cut it. Okay, plan B, Jack said. Zone D, the underground casino. He slipped into the casino, invisible. Guests shivered at a sudden cold breeze. Felt more like a portal jump than walking through a door, Sojin thought. The place was massive. He paused. Where to start grinding? Then Sojin spotted a goblin, acting super sus. Meanwhile, the distraction team was busy sprinting away from the mobs. Nice cardio, Yongyun, the cop yelled. Can't fail the gig from Mr. K. Back in Zone D5, two masked figures rolled up to the market. Just Kong, Sojin, and Chohanna in disguise. You guys sellers? The goblin asked. What kind of loot you got? She flipped her hood down. The goblin's jaw dropped. It was Choi Hanna the exact bounty Mr. Jack wanted brought in. Let's chat somewhere private, the goblin whispered, looking around. A.W. Sojin teased. Aren't you adorable? Someone tailed them, but Sojin vanished with the cloak and slipped into the dungeon. Down there, a caged monster was screaming its lungs out. Sojin flips his hood down. Surprise. Monster in a cage. Never seen orcs on the trading menu before. What? Whoops. Hood back up. Ghost mode? Activated. Just then, ugly goblins. Dragon fresh meat? They're bragging about the catch. Found the hideout. Boys? Wait, the prisoner is Gongji-wan? No way. Yep, that's the skeleton hunting dude from before. He's awake, but looking totally wrecked. Clock's ticking. Gotta save everyone, including GI like now. Should text a detective? But kinda busy heroing? Sojin presses on. Time to find the green boss man. Bingo. Found the head goblin. Snuck up behind him. Ready to rumble? He heard something too late. Boot to the face. Didn't see that coming? Nap time? Ugly. Chihana's lost. But Jack bets it's auction time. Goblin stops. We're here, kiddos. Jack plays cool inside. A total Jack ripoff. Behind the faker, a massive, nightmare fuel goblin. Chihana's sweating. Is that a rank 3? Seriously. Imposter laughs. Well, hello there. Famous girl. Jack's fuming. This clown is impersonating me. And what's with the goofy hat? Goblin fashion? Aha. So that's how he controls the creeps. Hat's fake news. Faker whines. I ordered the girl only. Who's this Rondo? Leakin, you had one job. Jack steps up. Chill out. Boss man. Let's talk business. The villain signals his pet to halt. Smart kid. You know who runs this show? Everyone knows you. Jack lies. Faker pours wine. Drink. Can't say no to the dungeon CEO, right? He fills the glass. Relax, kid. Drink up. I didn't spike it. Promise. What do you want? Jack grins. VIP trade deal. My client wants the premium goods. Direct line. No oxens. Villain smirks. Expensive taste. Jack flashes a 7-0 figure. This and up. Chihana gasps. Where'd he get that kind of cash? Duh, he's Jack. Ninth best dealer underground. Faker shrugs. Chump change. I need trust. Clients? Anon. Top secret stuff. Just know, he's a big shot in the arc. Imposter's eyes light up. Wait him. Leakin, get the papers. He grins. Knew you'd come. Dude was totally prepped for this. Jack's like, ready to ink this? The other dude signs it. Ink dries, and boom chains on Jack's wrist. Say what? The baddie tells his sidekick. Don't get salty, bro. Needed insurance against getting scammed. Double contract. Player's bod gets totally owned by someone else. Yikes. And their loot gets Jack to Jackish system ping. Jack now owns the signer's bod and swag. The villain smirks, betting his opponent is totally stoked. Masked dude goes, big mistake. Buddy, huge mistake. Thought only he prepped cheat codes in advance. Nah. Fake Jack smells a rat. What's the tea here? Spooky ghost pops up. Jack's like, there's my guarantee. The phony Jack screams for Leak to save his bacon. He laughs. Did bro really think ghosts could beat Leak? Fake Jack yells. Reckham Jack tells the goblin. Attack. Detective and Chong pull up. Blocked Leakin's shot. Chihana's like, talk about clutch timing. Guys, villain claims they tried to jump the wrong guy. Ooh. System, double contract live. Fake Jack's paper goes poof. He's shook. How'd you nuke the deal like that? The kid shrugs. Dunno. Maybe a glitch. Paper vanishes. Jack versus Fake Jack. It is on. Masked kid stays chill as a cucumber though. Opponents freaking out. Jack yells, you're a total fraud. Tells him, you got bigger drama to stress about now. System ping. All Spectra delete. RIP ghosts. Doom vibes materialize right next to the squad. It's Mama Spectra. Banshee, Reaper Mom, D-Class Boss. Beast is powered down. Just chilling on its back. Busted horn. Kang Sojun kicks the gob up. Quiz time. Did the goblin really want Zio beef with him? Kong asks, where's the double contract stash at? Gob spills. Bosses M. Goblin King Jack. Kang's like, why do y'all simp for him anyway? Gob says, 'cause he rocks the goblin hat, obviously. Protag guesses, it was loot. Kang says, one last cue. Where's Jack? Gob replies, Zone D. Gob drops a bomb. I'm actually human, dude. Jerks turned me. Hat makes me a puppet. System, player wrecked. The second-rate goblin guard, Kong Sojun, without ditching his stealth cloak, says got a jet, and zooms. John gasps. Why is he hearing random voices in his head? Detective guesses it's dead cries. Youngies, a hell ghost. Dude's howl was legendary. She isn't just a ghost, she's the queen of all spooks. Having a spectral ally like that is a total cheat code. Fake Jack bragged he could tame spirits like her in his sleep. Big mistake crashing this party. Bossman told Lincoln to wreck. Lincoln unleashed a shockwave that basically broke the sound barrier. Detective popped the shield lasted 3 seconds, but fried the gobs outside. Those poor minions got deleted by the blast. Rip. Detectives were like, we ain't fighting unless you tag in. Bro. Ghost Girl roasted the Lonely King, then let out a mega scream. Is His Majesty okay? Lycan kept throwing hands at the Banshee. Dude was struggling. Ghost was too fast and parried everything. She was gonna stomp him. Fake Jack was super salty about it. Is that, seriously, all Lincoln's got? Weak? Lincoln had to protect his boss. He swore he was trying and lunged again. Boom. That attack got the Banshee wrapped up in chains. Lycan demanded she submit. Just like that, Hidden Boss defeated. Fake Jack smirked. Good job. Now waste everyone, except the girl. Chihana whipped out her revolver. Aimed, and bang. Direct hit on Lycan, but he barely shrugged. Totally useless. She realized this monster has insane health way too fast. She's clearly underleveled for this raid. Suddenly, Kong teleports in, ready to throw down with the giant. Our boy hoped the ghost could at least debuff the goblin a bit. Main character mode. He scanned Lycan for a weak spot. Kong tossed his cloak to G-Sec. Hold this for a sec. Lycan swiped hard. Hero went flying but stuck the landing like a pro. Kang bounced back and delivered a massive critical hit. Chihana admitted, one-handed or not, that third-rank gob is tanky. Detective said, let Kong handle aggro. We grabbed the contracts. Ji-Sango grinned. Don't sweat it, I'm already on it. Jack checked his inventory and whipped out the papers. The contracts. Ji-Sango started reading the fine print instantly. Fake Jack gasped. Yo, how'd you get my loot? Mask face. Ji-Sango laughed. Dude, you didn't even know you got played. Let me explain how I totally owned you. Lie to an angel's earring, and the karma hits you instantly. System says, player Ji-Sango now owns all his opponent's stuff. Ji-Sango even has admin rights over the dude's body now. Mask off. Your gear, your life, all mine now. Buddy, it's in the contract. You're basically my servant now. He teased. Ji-Sango asked, did you lose something important? Jack held the goblin hat. He claimed he knew everything. That hat controls Jack wondered what the scammer would try next. Fake Jack panicked, ran to the gobs, and screamed for backup. Change yelled, use the hat, become their king like right now. No way, Django scoffed. That's crazy talk. These creeps are totally glued to their OG boss. Soulbound stuff. Yeah, no. Tricky Jiang panicked. So, what's the plan? Do we just sit here until we get jumped? Sojin smirked. One way out, Smosleek. Kick. He knew this deranged baddie was actually cracked. Tough match. Gotta floor him to score a W. Jack hollered, I got the hat. Sojin bolted his way. Boom. Goblin King status. No bossing him around then. Ping. Banshee Scythe. Get. Fake Jack's jaw dropped. He gonna fight Lycan with a twig. For real. Lycan spun around, eyeing our boy again. The big guy grunted. Squashing you now, puny human. Asterisk, skill. Dragon Eye. I see everything, bro. Sojan knew he couldn't tank this beast forever. Versus a D-class boss, gotta hit the sweet spot. Hannah's up. She aimed her piece, and bang. Leekins whiffed it. Pointless. The gob scoffed. Fake Jack cracked up, beating Leekin with a toy. Ah wait, why is my body stuck? Looks like his new boss took the wheel. The baddie screamed, cut that out right now. A first for him. Sojan smirked at Leekin. Leekin stomped over to the faker. Freakout mode. Wreck 'em? Now. Leekin just stood there, death staring his ex. Sojan grinned. Contracts cancelled, buddy. My dragon eyes snapped those soul chains right off. Leekin palmed Fake Jack's head. Dude was shook. The new pack-dead Leekin locked down. And ... he mumbled. Goblins obey the king. No questions asked. But this bond, it stung like crazy. Why'd it feel so gross? Leekin roared. You ain't my king anymore. I quit. Every gob hit the dirt. Bowing. Jack cheered. He's free. Just one snarl, had them kissing the floor. Fake Jack screeched. Zip it, and do as I say. Leekin scoffed worthy. Please. Power down. Fake Jack flopped over. Leekin turned. You're next. Sojan held up a hand. Chill, why the drama? Save the stamina. Then, he slapped on the goblin hat. System alert. Asterisk, congrats. You're the Goblin King. Perkinlock. Control. All goblin souls. Clank. Chains wrapped. Leekin up. Humans can't do this. He raged. No hard feelings. Bro, Sojan shrugged. Had to be done. Changyong yelled the heck. Dude looked totally shook. Like air. Hat glitch, and Sujan was like, whoa, seriously. Hat dead. Lycan rogue. What's the play? MC popped that dragon. I skill again. Sojan guessed the gob had weird junk inside. Lycan coughed over it. Jack said, it's trolling us. Kesa, the arm was fully healed. Magic much. Lycan smashed the floor. Boom. Shockwave time. Kids flew back. Sojan went. It ain't over yet. Jack goes. Lycan's buff. Crazy, strong. Lycan grabbed Fake Jack. Jang figured he was always the target. Lycan opened wide, ready to chomp Fake Jack. Sojan screamed, stop. What's this dude doing? Fake Jack looked up. Weak. Nobody's leaving alive. Lycan just gulped him down. 0 words. Jung-Soo freaked. Kate. System cried error. Systems checking the bug. Loading. Sojan item. Real Gob Kings here. Guys. System alert. Class C boss spawned. Trunk had all the stock. Enough loot for a week. Mask guy was like, need this in my inventory. Playa goes, 0 gobs, in sight. 2 ease assistants said, let's bounce fast. They were nice agents, Kim and you. Big shots. Yansok said the Ark's in deep trouble. Kim said, pack it up, we got a jet. Now, Eunuch waved the chief over. Yo, come here. The NIS dudes found chained survivors. Yikes. Agents realized, whoa, human trafficking here. Chief goes, time to bounce. Leave him here. Kim added, can't waste time hauling wounded, just grab food. Then, glowing-eyed beast spawns. Gob, got aggro? At the masked dude. Junkan said, it's totally ignoring us though. Jun said, it evolved. C-class monster now. Detective Gastus. Is that even legit? Boss Evo, inside dungeon. Jun goes, technically, yeah. Even if nobody's done it in first dream yet, logic's broken. System called it an error. Anyway, that gob's a trigger we've seen before. Evolved but totally bonkers. Just chasing desires. Only wanted one thing. Gets. Hannah was like, what's the move now? MC said not fully evolved yet, but def, not normal C. Built diff. It wasn't packing. That nasty virus buffed the spawn rates for triggers and high. Dream Side 1 tried evolving mobs with spores, but it flopped hard. In round 2, he snagged secret buffs not found in version 1. Jun popped his Dragon's Eye skill. The goblin's neck glowed weirdly. Total red flag for our guy. Gun said hitting that form was pointless. Hero quipped the spiked Kakashi gloves. John had a plan. He cut his finger and bled right on the hat. System triggered the hat's special perk. Souls swarmed him. Jack was like, yup, that's the real deal. Jun figured to beat the beast, they had to go full monster mode too. System ping. Player Canal boss souls around. More souls equaled more power. Like a ghostly shield. Likely those kids? He drew the Blade of Regret. Of course, the sword combos with the Amanian skill. Plus, that sword belonged to the undead. The blade vibed hard. Cop asked if Jun was chill. He told Odu to back off so his soul wouldn't get sucked in. Jun figured the power level relied on his soul count, but he'd snagged them by accident. The hat made the skill pop. Time to wrap this boss fight up for good. He scanned for weak points ASAP. The agent saw a wild dude. Is he even human? Our guy was packing a sword to... Jun told the masked duo, scram or you're toast. Younggook yelled, danger at your 6. A goblin mouth loomed over him. Jun ducked fast. Was it seriously gonna eat him? With all those souls, the gob was totally drooling. The enemy went berserk. Dragon's eye engaged. Jun could see right through the creep now. Hard to miss the shiny spot on its head. He closed in, betting the next spot was key. Jun dashed and scaled the giant mob. Calm skill and he spotted a dungeon flower there. Seriously, that? Who plants flowers on a monster? Crazy stuff. But these weren't the chill flowers from before. A virus was boosting it. The flower was the core. Jun swung and triggered Spiky Frost. He said it wasn't time for a game over. Bro wanted to eat the flower, but felt too weak. Then, backup arrived. Chihana yelled to dodge. She fired, screaming burn. Bullseye on the flower. Leak and choked. Mick thought, gotcha, now. Goblin. And minion off Spidey, blaring hard. Ghost party detected. Choi said they were dipping. They went feral, cause he poked the wrong spot. He tried the reverse card to drain their mojo. Oops, too many ghosts showed up. My bad. Zombie rule. Attack anything with a pulse. Now they're shopping for fresh meat suits. Totals, time's ticking. Dude, he had to fix this undead mess. Fast, but the fight left him with 0 battery. Not a goblin? Kong snatched a rando's hat. Fun fact? Goblins are total ghost magnets. That hat lets M digivolve. Risky though. Max level means game over. Hattedly, you're the king now. Bro. Snooze, M, he said. Q, weird noises. Aren't gobs haffen, PCS? Why the friendly fire? Eating souls for gains. That's toxic behavior. All eyes were glued to those goofy hats. Used to be they sent souls to the afterlife. But they got greedy and ate their squad. So someone made the hat to chill him out. Ghost roasted Lycan for eating his pals. Not the king, Lincoln cried. Leave me be. Kang was like, yo, calm the spirits down. Lincoln was confused. Was the hat speaking? Bro remembered the trick and used a mantra. He's the boss, Lincoln said. Obey him. Big Goblin finally bowed. My king? Meanwhile, the suit guys hid in the train. Saw a beast, like the S-Class boss? Yikes. Yoon Suk, panic asked. The boss for a plan. Silence. Kim Kapsu just said, retreat. He felt super salty about his team. Check M. Nah, boss said. It's hell. Runner we're toast. Let's bounce. Crash. Roof busted and a guy dropped in. Kong was code. Is he human? Kim asked. Lincoln yelled scram. The scouts shook. Is that a monster? Lincoln cried like a baby. Don't touch me. Who's the shrimp? Dude looks totally Lycan slipped, landing flat on his butt with that heavy weapon. Imposter Jack was chill. Claimed he was swole as a monster. Jack was shook. How's the trash deer goblin this week? Maybe he skipped shower day. Fake Jack swa he'd end Lycan. The time to witness the company's real flexing power. Imposter pulled his blade, yelling for the crowd to scram. Boom. Jack hit the deck. Bodhi glitched out. Total freeze. Dude pops up, telling fake Jack. Sup, slave number 1. Real Jack wasn't letting this punk croak before paying up. Imposter flipped out. Who's this rondo touching a company exec? The nerve? Jack claimed he's a merchant, but way nastier than this guy. Sojin got swarmed by a mob of crazy spirits. Kid realized he'd be ghost snacks if he didn't move fast. Lil Lycan asked, you good, your majesty. Goblins bowed. Guess the player is their king now. Sojin sat up. Was he really out cold for 2 whole days? Hannah sighed. About time. Kay's awake. Lycan and Guron were chilling on the bed. Sojin guessed. They were intel agents, fresh from the Ark. Gov still kicking. Hannah nodded. Jiangsu just bailed to talk. Ark's in trouble. Running on empty? 0 snacks left. Probably Yarrow's fault for blocking every single road. If they haven't wiped the dungeon yet, it's gotta be the city's biggest boss room. Sojin figured those lizards are S-Class. If the core's messy, Sojin asked, anyone else make it? Hana said they found Ganji Wan, but he's wrecked. Detective hauled him to the Ark's medics. Hannah added, the others stayed put. No other option. Lycan said he's just waiting on the king's orders. Sojin asked, where'd the kid ghosts go? Poof. Lycan saved M. Sojin was totally stoked. Can the kid actually revive them? Lycan said the hat's a soul smoothie. Can't pick just one. Plus, that goblin hat wasn't even his. It's the king's, until he croaks. Sojin found that weird. Likewise, Lycan's name, White. If he's a monster, Sojin guessed Lycan lost nearly all his juice calming the souls. Hats, useless to him. No other fix? Goblins said it needs big royal energy. Jiango walked in, fresh from the Ark trip. Sojin asked, how's the detective holding up? Jack said, Odesu's there, but Gangiwan's in bad shape. Sojin asked, how's the fake Jack doing? Our boy guessed Sanso and the faker were linked by that earring. Sanso admitted he made a totally trash deal with fake Jack. Sojin figured the deal was squeaky clean for a reason. Thanks to the earring, nobody could cheat the system. The main character was like, something's suspicious here. How do you get played if he had the earring for 3 years? Jack said it was pre-ceremony drama, so he just did his time. That's it. Sojin asked if Jack dug up dirt on the guy. Sanso said the faker's amnesiac. Definitely drugged out. Sojin asked Gesso for the tea on Royal Majesty. Jack was like, you need goblin horns? They control souls. Sojin smirked. He knew exactly where to loot those. Jiangsu said the spy agency sent a collab request. Big deal. It's near that spooky spot called Bermuda. The player squad from their own guild who raided there just vanished into thin air. Cap Kim crashed, but his last text is the real key. Jack pointed out, Bermuda is total goblin territory. The spies want them to go raid the place. Harrow wondered if a goblin ball could really save the kids. Lee Kin hyped it. Horn-made stuff makes the king shine. Sojin thought, sweet, I'm gonna be even more up. Our hero asked, so where's this Bermuda place? Jack said, Jamsil at the fair, the one you wanted. Captain Kim was running for his life from a beast. Cap was confused. Lizards here? No way. There are conely mobs. Did the dungeon glitch? Kim spotted boss monsters chilling there too. Orcs and creeps everywhere. Way too crowded. Aide asked if he's good. Cap asked, what's that thing? It's a goblin ball. Aide said, saw it in a dream. Kim thought he was somehow mixed up in this mess. Monsters with wrong gear. That's totally bugged. The aide dealed that the captain's life was on the line and they gotta plan a retreat. Kim said, chill, we'll find a way out. For sure. But oops, it was a trap. Gotta lock it down. Train doors, open boom, Sojin, and the squad arrived. Jianga was like, I'll wait in the car, guys. Sojin told Jack, nah, you babysit the others? Sojin said since the boss is a scrub, he owns the dungeon rights. Hannah said, 0 signs of mobs or people here, which was super creepy. She added, at least I'm at the fair. Chong was shook. Wait, has Hannah seriously never been here? She was like, I debuted super young. Crowds aren't exactly my thing. He totally forgot she's the nation's top idol. Everyone knows her face. The squad hit the spot. Hannah told Sojin, don't be slow. Sojin felt weird. Too clean like, has nobody been here? Hana was totally vibing with the view. Nas was curious, but our boy just fell back to the daily grind. Sojin heard a noise and popped his dragon eye. Bad vibes detected. Then the carousel started spinning on its own. Heads up, Sojin yelled. Hannah grabbed her gun. Guan, his sword. He figured they were about to get jumped by a mob. Wondus's blade of regret came out. But surprise, just regular folks and kids everywhere. Sojin was shook. People called it a dreamland. Hannah asked, yo, what's the deal? He just gave a clueless shrug. A fan spotted her. It's Hannah. She's way cooler. Must be a Shua, who wears armor to a fair. Right? Someone even begged for an autograph. Sojin stayed salty, watching everyone like a hawk. System ping. Smoke bomb. Sojin was like, let's bounce. Smoke cleared. Hannah was gone. The fans were confused. Sojin knew they were drawing way too much heat. Hannah blamed the cosplay gear. We need a wardrobe change, she said. They hit a discount uniform shop to switch up their look. Hannah realized she hadn't rocked a uni in ages. Jungin refused to switch, though, loved the fame. Hannah donned a bucket hat to hide her mug. Now they could creep around low-key. Lincoln asked, King, what's that tower? Are humans giants? Sojin was stunned by the size too. Hannah said, it's so chill here. She noted the happy faces and the bops playing, like the chaos was a nightmare, and this was the real deal. She peeped her ticket. Something was sus. Issued last year, Hannah gasped. Time travel. Sojin said, nope, not happening. Check your phone. Just this spot is stuck in the past. Sojin added, it's all fake news. An illusion. Hannah was bummed it wasn't real life. She whipped out her phone and snapped a selfie with him. Fake or not, this pic is fire, she said. We need one pic together. Sojin thought she looked different. Not the pop star, not Clark's hero, just a girl. Then some randoms clocked Hannah again. She assumed her boyfriend was close. Sojin realized they were busted. Hannah giggled. Time to bounce. Like, right now. Sojin signaled Garen. Yo, let's get out. Hannah paused, wondering, okay, what's the game plan? Sojin tried to wrap his head around this whole mess. Back on the train, he declared, nope, definitely not a dungeon. Then where are we? Hannah asked. It screams themed dungeon. He shrugged. Yeah, I thought so too, at first. But 0, welcome to the dungeon notifications popped up. So ... What exactly is this place? She pressed. Sojun was totally clueless. Beats me. Plus, Garen was practically swimming in drool over the smells. He was vibing hard with the invisible snack buffet nearby. Usually, drool equals dungeon, but the system said the scent was everywhere. Round 2, Sojun sighed. Gotta search it all again. We found zilch last time. Genius, Hannah teased. New strategy, he grinned. Let's rock a concert. He explained that while he was scoping the ... place. He saw his energy vibes that ghosted him when he got close. Time to make them come to us, he decided. For real, Hannah blinked. Got a better idea? He shot back. Jan gave the thumbs up. Stage is set, boss. If we're singing, Hannah declared, We're going full superstar. Illusion or not. The crowd thinks this is legit. The noise hit, and everyone realized it was showtime. They instantly clocked Hannah's view. She belted out, "Move your body, let's party." The crowd hyped up, singing along with their queen. So Jin watched them sync up. Hannah definitely owned the room. Even Yan was jamming to "Move Your Body." Time to work. Sojin flipped on his dragon's eye skill. "Can't let Hannah have all the fun?" He smirked. Bingo. The skill highlighted them those creepy toys again, just like the carousel ones from earlier. They popped up wherever the crowd swarmed for Hannah. They hate the noise, he thought. Heads up. Enemies incoming. The toys were packing heat and seemed to think, that guests must ride the rides. Or else, one swung an axe, yelling "Dumb mess with our job." Sojan punted it across the room. "Don't interrupt the show, pal." The toy bear squared up, ready to brawl. "Welcome to the fair." A glitchy voice boomed as people pixelated away. The stuttering voice announced the night shift was starting. Hannah gasped. Where'd everyone go? Sudden darkness hit. Garen shrieked, pointing at the shadows. A literal tsunami of beasts swarmed the squad. Bro equipped the Vondas blade of regret. A PA system boomed. "Welcome to Monster Party. Have a nice day." Sojun just wrecked. All. He thought, not a dungeon. Then what's the deal? Dragon's eye on? He spotted a bunny with a shiny orb. The rabbit bolted, taking the loot with it. Suddenly, a long-horned bull charged Chang'e. Hannah blasted away. Sojin told her to chase it. Arc, Zone 3. Guards yelled at a guy to freeze. "ID please." He hit. "I'm with Captain Kim. Name's Kim Hong. Patch me to Nahan-san?" Big news. Agar gasped. Did this dude actually survive the Bermuda Islands? Nahan asked, "How'd you manage?" "Where's the rest?" Hung said his space warp skill saved his bacon. The squad was still locked up tight. That Bermuda Fair is actually a massive trap. They've found dungeon vibes, at least to rank level. Hong added, "High levels shouldn't go there." He explained it's all linked to memories. Now, high level equals toxic memories. Cap sent backup. An hour back, masked creeps neared the fair. One noted, "Not a dungeon yet. Perfect spot for it." It was the Yun Bano, boss of the third break group. "K's really here." "Yep, rode the ghost train in." The 8 added that almost zero intel was known. Nobody survives to yop about it. That's where K went. Dude clearly knows stuff. Bermuda was in Dreamside 1. Hidden Oploot, maybe. So the boss said, "Keep it away from K." Suddenly, screaming kids ran past the mask guys. Yoon asked, "The heck is Aid went? You see it? What kind of wacky place was this?" Outside, the entrance buildings looked totally dead. But inside, totally chill. Like the old days, Bano said they had to figure out this mess. He wondered what sort of event was popping off. Leader blinked hard. Real. Then, Hannah's song played. A concert here? That meant she was with K. Yoon ordered everyone to rush the stage. The leader gasped. Night had fallen out of nowhere. Even before that, the whole vibe was super sus. A giant beast attacked him. Then, pirates appeared. Whoa, spawn campers. Yoongbin yelled at the squad to gear up, fast. Youngbin blinked. Kai just glitched into existence right in front of him. Seriously, how? Hannah materialized next, revolver locked, loaded, and itching to shoot. Lakin grabbed his hammer, hyped to defend the boss man. Lincoln did a dubataka, a trash-tier goblin. Is this a joke? Before he could trash talk, the goblin smacked him. Lincoln got yeeted across the map. Lincoln was shook. Did he really just get owned by a level 1 mob? Chenghan swooped in, yanking Lakin out of the kill zone just in time. Lakin was spazzing out, screaming, "Put me down. I'm gonna wreck that green twerp." Chenghan rolled his eyes. "Chill, bro. Check yourself. You're a mess." Chenghan kept sprinting, while Lakin kept whining like a toddler to go back. Boom! A massive tank unit spawned right in Chenghan's face. He slammed the brakes. Yan panicked. "Dude, watch out. He's aggro." "Is he deaf?" Then Bam Hannah jumps in and unplugs the big guy. She glared at the boys. "Hi, like right now." Chong Hun gaped at Hannah's skills. Lakin nodded. "Okay. Yeah, fleeing is good." Lakin realized he was nerfed right now. Tactical retreat, definitely. The goblin figured spamming soul control drained his stats. But whatever, boss's orders. So, totally, worth the debuff. Changyan slid over. Yokong just went full beast mode. Nothing beats that form. Honestly, even I'm creeped out. Kang shook his head. "It's chill. It's me. Nobody touch me." Lakin frowned. "Your vibe is totally off. Dude, weird energy." Yan was sweating bullets. Did he screw something up? Maybe Kai was salty about earlier. Nope, Kai just ghosted Changyan completely. Kang spun around. "Everyone still alive? We good?" Lakin looked dizzy. "Wait, 2 kings?" The Goblin King skill pinged active. Lakin pointed at the beast form. "Yo hero, who's the D?" Kang shrugged. "Bro, honestly, I'm as lost as you are." Kang snapped. "We're moving fast. Stay sharp or get left behind." System alert popped up. Skill. Spiky. Frost. Activated. Quick breather, he told the squad. Recharge mana. Like, now. Suddenly, lights out. Great. Night mode where the nasty mob spawn. Hannah squinted. That's definitely Kang. Same ugly mug. Yep, it's me, he sighed. In the flesh. Bet it's that cursed item glitching us out, he guessed. Weird vibes. Started with that loot the bunny was carrying. Totally a goblin ball. Let's hunt that bunny and swipe the ball, Hannah suggested. The mobs are fake, Kang explained. Just illusions. Like those NPCs earlier. He smirked. I actually know why they're spawning. It's gotta be linked to our memories. Past trauma, maybe. I haven't gone beast mode since the train. Nobody here should have the assets to render that. That item probably hacked our brainwaves, or something. But why dig up the beast mode files? That's ancient history. Kang grinned at the team. So, be honest. What do you think of my monster skin? June called it wicked. Hannah said it was cute, but kinda creepy. Sujin was like, duh. That's the whole point. Fear is the VIP pass for these monsters. Everyone's scared of something. That's the origin story for this freak show. Like a memoriam just popping up straight out of Lian's nightmares. Sojin started sweating. What if his personal demons showed up? That S-Class Dragon IRL? No thanks. Cap and Kim has got to be nearby, or else they wouldn't have even sniffed out the goblin ball. 2 jobs. Find Cap, grab the orb. Suddenly, a giant centipede crashed the party. Gross. Jengen screamed like a banshee. Sojin realized. His nightmare. Hana whipped out a revolver. I'll handle bug duty. The thing's weak spot? Its ugly mouth. She stepped up to get a clean shot at the soft spot. Bug roared, mouth wide open. Bang. Hannah didn't miss. You good, Jingen? Sojin asked. Dude nodded, looking pale. Dad used to lock me in a box when I messed up. He spilled full of crawling things. Hated it. Hannah noticed the noise was bringing all the monsters to the yard. Weapons up, Sojin yelled. New challenger approaching. Norhan, the NPC, Hana groaned. Ooh-ha. He's here 'cause of me. Guy reminds me of my stalker. Total creep. Guess it's not just monsters. RSVPING to this party. Norhan drew his sword, all fancy. He's mine, Sojin said. Careful, Hannah warned. He's like level 200 plus. They clashed. Sojin was struggling to land a hit on this guy. Seriously, is this NPC invincible, or what? Finally, Sojin smacked the blade away. Disarmed. He finished him off. Let's bounce, Sujin said. Hannah pointed, shaking. A rabbit? With the goblin ball? SojinNews.com. Not getting away this time. I'm coming for ya, he yelled, charging ahead. Rabbit didn't even flinch. Stone cold. Sojin leaped up, ready to smash. Psych. Bunny turned and bolted, clutching the ball tight. Sojin tackled it. Rabbit tripped. Ball went flying. Jengen was ready below. I got it. He snatched it out of the air. Score. But then, whoosh, some force yanked it right out of his grip. A toy bear caught it. Sojin blinked. Who are these weirdos? Danger detect started pinging like crazy. Oh, great. That dragon was heading straight for him. Level 500 Boskmut, plus a giant clown going? Guests. Sojin sighed. Knew he'd run into this lizard eventually. Gon was confused. Who summoned who now? So Chun's like, I'll stall him. You guys dip. Right now. Dude was totally ready to solo that giant lizard. Boom. Huge blast sends our boy flying way back. The squad got tossed but huddled up again real quick. Jian's confused. So Jun points. Hannah, you seen this? They spot K squaring, up to the dragon, blade out. K clocks that Manrian dude chillin' on the hill. He thinks, whoa, they're like total twins. Eminem's gripping a massive sword, ready to brawl. Fight kicked off fast and got super intense. Lycan's awestruck. Yun's just like, how'd K clone himself. So Jun guessed someone must have summoned the dude. Someone nearby was definitely freaking out. Seems he's nerf-fed though. They're fighting, but it's a stalemate. Jian asks, is that dragon really holding back? So Jun goes, bro, if we face the real deal, ... One ways, D. Pass out just making eye contact with Kamut. He realized he's got the same fiery cheat codes. Meaning, the gear needed to beat it hasn't changed. Without that weapon, K's totally gonna lose. Even if he wipes, he buys us a few seconds. Find the goblin ball? Do it now. So Jun yells, no time to lose. The crew sprints off to find it. Out of nowhere, a green creep blocks the path. Slice. So Jun cuts it in two and keeps moving. Watch out, guys. It's gonna get harder, he warns. Then boom, K pops up right in front of him. Hana stares. Geez. So Jun, you're literally everywhere. Not just that, he says, those two were way too loud. Meaning every monster in town is coming for us. K looked huge. Guess he snacked on some souls. Hannah goes, you gotta humble him. So Jen, go I'm a mode, she says. Yoon nods. Yeah, fight back. It's not that easy, guys. So, Jun sighs. That skill eats souls. Too risky with kids around. No time? Decide now. Hannah snaps. Another giant warrior steps up too. So Jun, he thinks, gotta be another way to fix this. Can't wait. He gears up to throw hands. Flash a light. A military jeep zooms out of the dark. Tires screech as it slams on the brakes near him. Door flies open. He peeks in. What the heck is this? Driver yells. Get in the car. Move it. Guy says. I'm Captain Kim from the Ark. Thanks for the save, Cap. So Jen breathes out. Cap was hyped. He made it on time. Jun, lights, spook him. Cap grinned. Sharp kid. But lights didn't faze those creeps at all. Kim peeped the squad earlier. Too busy chasing lights to say hi back then. Cap cleared it up. He had spotted Hanwoo first. Total shocker. Bam! Beast hops on the roof. Shotgun side. Jun checked the mirror. That creep wasn't bailing. Thing gripped the ride like a vice. Lean you good. She called the thing a total jerk. Clone ate a bullet. No chill. Jun surfed the roof. Face-off time. Twinning. Hard. Jun slammed him. Game over, bro. Dangled him till he glitched into pixels. Car kept rolling. Just Jun roof surfing now. John hopped back in. Floor it. Cap. Off to the safe house. Dark room. Hurt kids. Guy asked Cap. You good? Cap's like I'm chill. Dude was shook to see. Then Cap begged for meds. Guy, we were stressing. Glad you're okay. Kim, how'd y'all get here? Where's backup? Told M&S rank beast popped up outside. K and his dragon went berserk. Jun was like, they buy that fake K. Didn't know K's gamer side? Whatever. Kim yelled. This is it, guys. K's busy. We gotta raid the dungeon. ASA. Jun blinked. Wait, you found it? Minion flew a drone over the fair. Jun went. Sick. Couldn't even dream of this before. Drone guy. Almost era. Cap. Jun noticed it, flew past the fair. Zoomed to L Tower. Jun, can we get a close-up? Goss said signal would drop. Jun spotted the spot. Yeah, I said, but this one's weird. Looked like a legit black hole. Guy grunted. Drone ghosted his controls. It's going down? He panicked. Jun wondered. Monster ambush. So Oleg, zoom in. Cam showed the squad. All masked up. Sojin bet they summoned Dark K Ark's boss just curb stomped the drone. The operator was totally losing it. Hannah guessed it was company turf. Sojin? He wasn't buying it. If they built this, Dark K wouldn't be caught dead. Here, either way, they gotta go. Cap looked totally shook. Did some noob actually manage to summon K? Muskai was curious who survived K by the skin of their teeth. Sidekick spotted the portal. Dungeon? Boz wasn't convinced. Never seen that weirdness before? The boss admitted. He pointed. Better keep your distance unless you want trouble. All the Bermuda Triangles. Juice is packed right here. YOLO moment. Grab it and it becomes our secret weapon. Imagine if more creeps like Kamushi started popping up. Then we wouldn't even have to sweat someone like K. Leader added. If it flops, we just blow the place. They could use the dungeon flower to smash right through. Their gig? Speedrunning dungeon breaks with that flower. They also hack these dungeons to use against us players. Like this one specific Dungeon S Speedy Ghost Train, Group 1's biggest flex. Leader said if this works, we're totally on Group 1's level. Is everyone ready to snag that promotion? Heck yes. Suddenly, a bear zoomed by. K's incoming, Mask said. Zero time to hang around. Monsters were wrecking the city. Sujin said, let's blitz. The Cap was totally down with that plan. Hero drew his blade and sliced those creeps into ribbons. Cap asked the MC if they should hunt another goblin ball. Usually, we'd have to search. But right now, no need. The mob inside the dungeon is definitely behind this drama. Nail the raid, it vanishes, and the orb's up for grabs. Hannah mused. What if the suits just showed up for the break? Then clearing it out won't change a thing. Sojin noted this dungeon was looking way too massive. Seems the power inside triggered it. Chang was stunned. Possible Sojan was like, honestly, I got no clue. Just a guess. He noted this city's basically a game map now. Sojin figured that. They beat the dungeon. They'd handle the masks and fake. In basic dungeons, you get the location deets. But this place, totally different vibe. Looks kind of familiar though. Maybe worth a re. Something weird popped up. A strange force woke at the fair. System pinged. A brand new quest just dropped. Hana blinked. Wait, right here. Unlock everything. System drops a creeptastic theme park. Pros Puppet Dungeon. Gotta flee the hidden dungeon fair. Win equals survival. Lose and it's permanent game over. Train halts. Door slide, and fresh players spawn in. They're all, thanks for the lift, dude. To the driver. Jack's down to do anything for cash. Kid's barely a teen, but running a full biz. Respect. He bagged a whole dungeon class and cruises it like a skateboard. Gamer tells Cap, yo, time to bounce. Cap warns they're entering a zone where even pro players get wrecked. Plus, nobody here beat the first dream level. Total noob territory. Kid admits, yeah, We got 0 veterans, no XP in the chat. Cap smirks, exactly why we pulled up here. Their skills max out at solo beginner stuff. Hero spots a glitch. Did top players K and Clark even show up? Who knows? Kid asks, wait, is Clark actually Choi Hannah? For real? Cap shook. No way. Can't be true. A famous idol gaming, as Clark, mind blown. Cap adds, if they're at that op, this zone is officially lethal. So, stay frosty or get roasted. Squad hits the spot. Basement's locked tight, but was wide open a sec ago. What is even happening right now? Boom. Creepy weeds everywhere. Vines spreading like a bad rumor. Cap yells, anyone want to ID this salad? Huge tail whips out from a building. Dude, gasps. Is that a dragon? That lizard is 100% S. How'd it spawn here? Oops. Jansu triggers a trap card. Vine snag his leg, eating him. Plant drags him underground like a horror movie scene. Cap guesses it's a parasite. Just like that nasty stuff from the tutorial. If this spot turns into a dungeon, this city is toast. Total wipeout. Cap says, we gotta fix this glitch. But like how the bug is spreading, eating everything like a teen at a buffet. Kang draws his blade. Back off. I'll carry this. Main character, energy. Hero pops. Spike sword. Dude shreds metal like it's paper. Savage. It's the Bermuda Triangle remix. People vanish, here constantly. Turns out, this monster snacked on M.O. Kang figures this whole zone is just a dungeon spawn point. There's gotta be as many infected players here as there are mobs at the fair. Kong gets it now. It's basically a twisted greenhouse. Full dungeon conversion's gonna take ages though. Slow loading. Complicated unlock Rex. Still, we gotta speedrun this. Need to snipe the boss mob before the corp gets it. Kang says claping the boss pauses the morph. Simple. Only way to stop a new dungeon spawn. Let's go. The officer was like, yo, we can't stop this massive glow up. It's too huge. First things first, we should totally bounce back to the Ark. Kang Sojin was like, nah fam, we don't have time for that. He bet the corpo guys would spam that dungeon flower to speedrun the change. They had to rush B immediately and wreck the joint. Sujin signaled, follow me, and yedded himself toward the dungeon portal. Chang called dibs on first. Sujan told him, don't get wrecked, bro. Then he told Chan to get a move on. Sojan played sweeper at the back, making sure no noobs got left behind. Our hero stepped back, like whelp, guess it's my turn to dip. System pinged. Player has unlocked Piro's secret stash. Goblin had equipped, then some weird current just dragged the player along. Choi Hannah thought, wait, isn't this that same carnival place? Glitched through the tower. Lycan asked if Hannah had seen the boss. The goblin asked where his majesty was. Hannah was like, clueless. Dude, probably move spots. She said they should go hunt him down. Lee nodded. Lycan started flexing. I ain't scared of nothing. Zero fear here. Hannah thought he was acting like a total baby. Leek yelled at her to chill. Hannah realized they'd never actually vibed before. She figured Lycan hadn't been a mob from the start. Memory reboot. Leek claimed he wasn't a monster, but legit goblin royalty. She asked, so how'd you end up looking like that? Never seen mobs turn NPC before. Lincoln was like, brain empty. Hayne felt the cringe. Lincoln just kept nagging to find cook. Maybe this little dude's holding a secret side quest. Boom, huge dragon spawns. Hannah gasped, why's Kamushi crashing this party? Dark Haze stared her down. Poker face level? Lycan was buffering too. Totally didn't know the protocol. Hannah aimed her piece, claiming Kamushi was already toast. System update. Unknown force is dragging you. Good luck. Found the Puppeteer Pro's secret hideout. Sketchy vibes. Sojin was lost. Floor, walls, ceiling all white, like a glitched texture. No shadows even. What kind of lazy dev room is this? Hero thought he finally clipped into the game's kingdom level. Voice goes, VIP arrived. June yelled, who goes there? Sword draw. He rolled up on this random young guy. Guy held out a hand, acting all chill. Nice to meet you. Names no. Said, watch this clip first. Screen showed a dude in the city. Guy said it's October 2nd, 2021. Day 1, at the job. He was super close to living the dream. Promised to grind hard. But life decided to nerf him instead. Nando was sweating bullets. Everything he did was a total fail. Asked for 10 copies. He'd accidentally print 100. Big oof. Next day, he showed up at crack of dawn, like a totally unnecessary. But he wanted that MVP employee status. Sojin peeped. That dream side just launched. But Nanso chimed in. At 6:0. Single clock. He hit the fair. Boom. Pyro, the boss shows up. Nanso was clueless. Froze up, and the beast spawn killed him. Right then, the dude's only brainwave was, my life was a flop, but the boss had a goblin orb. Weirdly, Pyro popped it and dude's a puppet now, memory wiped, 0 feels, thanks to the curse. Plus, That monster. Tossed him the life-saving orb. Boss goes wreck the humans, then ghost him. Loudspeakers, hype dreamland. Yeah. Total nightmare bait. None so said guests got trapped in a night loop. Their panic morphed into monsters, hunting them down. Real tragedy struck when survivors realized the glitch. They got the rule. New guy enters, night shift starts, monster spawns. So, when a rookie showed, they deleted M before dark. Catch is, they all ended up dirt napping anyway. Sojin asked, why spill the tea? Said he didn't want to be ghosted or blamed. Just ramblings of Extifer Nanso. Then he says, thanks, player spot the doll. Sojin shook. Is he the bear? Turns out, Nanso attacked, then bailed with the orb. Nanso claimed that doll wasn't even him. Fake news. Just a random NPC keeping the fair running. Sojin asks, who's boss? Bear says only she knows. Nanso's vibe. Nanso woke up a month into this dumpster fire. While creeping around, he clicked. Oh, I died, and but he was just a ghost, in a ball? Helpless. When memories hit, he tried saving the trapped new, but that always flopped. Still, he got why day and night were twins here. Piro digs, dark lore, loves the switch from sunny to twisted hobby. Watching folks break under pressure, Nanso felt Piro's creepy vibes daily. Chilling. Nanso pushed. Past the pain. 2 months later, asks, you good bro? Sojin blinked. Do I know you? Guy says he played the first stream side too. Nanso never got loot. Then he starts picks. Time's up. Nanso warned. Ditching Pyro meant deleting himself. Mr. K has to clutch. He's the only one. Hat on his head. Check. Jun snagged the goblin orb from his buddy. Dude was shook. Actually holding the legendary loot. Wild. System pinged. Achievement unlocked. Stole orb from no one so's brain. Finders keepers. Title acquired. King of Goblins. Nice ring to it. No, piped up. Okay? First things first. Mr. Hero, ... Double quotes, ... Kai. Single quotes, gotta own that ball. To unlock the true OP skills. To Rec Pro, he needs full admin rights over that artifact. Pro tip. Boss fight means no blinking. Heck, don't even breathe. Nobody wanted to spoil the second dream level, but his voice cracked. K needs to watch out for those yearly dev updates. According to the leaks, K is totally in the danger zone. Hana yelled, leak and duck. That bullet had aimbot turned on. Dar K struck a pose with the ball, staring down Cho Hana. He triggered the daggers and yeeted them right at the girl. A solid wall of sharp steel flew with the Clark player. Choi Hana popped eagle eye and sidestepped like a pro. She knew no one got Dark K's deal, but he was clearly total NPC brain. Hana yelled, think you're in God mode, buddy. Click. Bomb skill activated. Boom. Explosive rounds rained down on Dark K instantly. Dark K played Fruit Ninja, swatting bombs with his blade. Hana kept spamming shots. Dude's sword defense was annoying. Okay, this copycat buff's harder than K, she thought. Still, just a monster with the original skill set. Girl muttered, you're just a glorified target dummy. Snap, delete. She unleashed a bullet hellstorm. Shrapnel everywhere, but Swordboy kept blocking. Shooting stopped. She walked over to the impact zone. Just a lonely sword left where Dark K stood. Buried in rubble. She shivered. A legit monster. Let's dip Lano, she said, praying Jun wasn't dead. Tower hallway. Gamers sprinting from a chasing nightmare. Why'd we ditch K? No one had a clue. Dark K zombie walked through trash. Locked on target. Kaboom players scattered like bowling pins. Runner gasped. Wait, is K grieving us now? Cap said K bagged every beast at the carnival, even the dragon. Guess it's hunting season on players now. Shadows shifted. Girl with a pistol stepped out. Cap's jaw dropped. Asterisk, bang. Shot whizzed past his ear. He spun around. Yo, Miss Hannah. She blew smoke from the barrel. Hope I'm not late. Jun decided to flex his new Goblin King status. Blood hit the orb. Thing lit up like a disco ball. Jun squinted. Great. I'm gonna go blind. Thanks, magic. Royal mark for the win. Tokabe's spirit just leveled up to realness. Tiny glowy thing popped up. Sweet Sism says, we've got the king's ring. King Tubby's ring makes souls go solid. Ghostbusting style. Ah, so that's why Lycan nagged him about the spirit. Buffing the royal stat. King Toki, title unlocked. Mark is 100% done. Royal Mark Magica Genokave's hat is looking legit now. System pinged. Set bonus, active. Unlocked piercing gaze. Now he can spy on souls. Good vibes or bad vibes. Nothing hides. Sojin figured he could split souls and revive peeps with this. McNailed it. Takabe's spirit was the culprit all along. Tons of mobs and folks got respawned by that spirit. Guys like Mr. ... No, Yansu came back as beasts and wrecked the original spawns. He ground up victim souls to craft mass-produced monsters. Gross. The rule letting scary stuff ... Get real was added because of the dungeon boss. Kango Jin realized his skill clashing with Takobi made this Jun was totally shook. Is the zone crashing cause Yanso's brain is empty? MC saw the open portal. Whoosh! Mystery force sucked him in. He landed in Pero's secret puppet theater at Lada Tower. Spooky. Archers just spamming arrows, non-stop. He thinks he's toast versus Mr. K. Meanwhile, K and Dark K brawl on. Archer called it quits. K's like, it's pure chaos in here. Finally, he spots the portal location. Bingo. Hannah picked a camp spot. Hold on, just a sec, she whispered. Licken yelled, I see the real king fanboy moment. They froze, eyeing each other before the next beat. Sojin realized, it's his past self. Level 200 and pure rage. But his stats, still locked. Easy dodge, then. So Jun knows every glitch in this guy's build. Dark K held the sword our hero used to main. Back when his DPS was trash and defense was weak. So Jun figured, yeah, that build was full of holes. Like that laggy pause right after swinging. Sojin's gonna exploit that lag hard. Waited for the lag. Then, boot to the face. Back then, he nerfed his own gear, just for swing speed. Noob, move. So Jun smirked. I've leveled up my brain since then. Chihana aimed at Dark K point-blank range. Wombo combo. So Jun from the back, Hannah's bullet from the front. Choi Hannah was like, Mr. Kong saved our butts. Jong added, fakes can't beat the Leakin was totally stoked to see the big guy. Jun did a vibe check. Hannah gave a thumbs up. Hero guy was like, chill time's over. Gear up. Hannah asked about copycats. Then Perot, the big bad, crashed a party. Puppet Man raged. Who swiped my ghost? Boss rolled up, asking who messed with the king's loot. Bro wasn't even worthy to be dungeon bait. Hero noted this creep's vocab was way better. Then at rank scrubs. A smart monster. Yan was totally salty. Why spawn now? We ain't even done with the quest. Sojin sighed. We got punked. Takabe's ghost can manifest. But he ain't got. He simps for his maker, but can't control a mob this big. Only the king holds the real juice. Sojin blinked. Magic. That's straight up demon fuel. Only otherworldly creeps use that stuff. The smart ones are called So, a level 300 plus beast? Sojin asked. You a demon. Monster cackled. Welcome to your funeral. Puppet Pro dropped a battle zone. We stepped in. Hero scoped the vibe. Fog City Sojin finally got what Noyansu meant. Pero's funky magic clouded everything up. Dragon Vision flopped. What a useless skill. Sojin spotted a dude from Mr. Kim's crew, but he was totally toxic with magic. Hannah yelled, breath held, eyes shut, people. Sujin tried explaining safety, but nobody listened. Pero screamed, give me back my ghost. Sojin fought NOOBs, who didn't know he was the famous K. Enemies felt like this raid was endless. Glad Ha missed this. Hero popped his chill skill, kept him sane, but wait too long. Puppet City. Gotta wreck him before the magic fries his brain. Sojin synced up with his magic ring. Boom, laser focus mode. Ghostfire let him drive souls like RC cars. More souls, more power. He had enough creepy fuel. Hero unleashed the magic burning juice. Maybe this was the legit spirit power Mr. No you know hyped. Monster laughed. Cute struggle. Human. You're gonna be my toy anyway. Gutsy. You'll make a prime collectible. Dark went. Huge range. We're cooked. Was this a setup? Ghostfire hit, and Leakin went full giant mode. Dark case was done. Yeah, souls got yanked in. Piero called it instant karma. System ping. Boss Piero got wrecked. Piero's park failed. The dungeon vibe check. Cap asked Sojin, what's the tea? One guy was out cold. Kid panicked. Did I seriously delete him? Sojin knew magic poison made them totally crazy. Total psychos. Basically, they'd forget the friendly fire, just see the mess. Cap said to chill. It's not game over. No rage quitting. Gotta survive. Cap asked, is the boss actually toast? Sojin was like, yeah, I even got the experience. Got Seeker of Truth? A title drop? Wild? The rookies wanted Sojin to hang with them. Looked, outside city just vanished. Poof. Cap was super confused. What the heck? Two glitchy messages popped up. Whole map deleted except the tower. Massive bug. Gave our hero major dreamside flashbacks. Sojin said. Cap went huh? Sojin asked. Hannah's take. If the dungeon clears when the boss dies, then what? Hannah gasped. Is that even a thing? Sojin said it's super rare. Like that dreamside run. Cap asked. The first refund thing. He nodded. A dungeon with zero boss. That incident was a dreamside glitch where the boss died, but the dungeon loaded anyway. Total bug. Gamers called this glitch the lost one. No exit. You're permanently stuck. Cap thought these support kids were total rookies. Wait a sketch to send them in raw. Cap froze. A literal dragon. No shot. Parasites calm down. Is it safe now? The squad told Cap. Let's roll. Cap agreed. Gear up. Fast. Find the others before the map locks, leader said. Gotta sieve Clark and K. If they die, Ark is toast. Then it started shaking. Gamer freaked. Earthquake. Cap yelled run, but his audio glitched out. Cap realized the chat was disconnected. Cap and his sidekick stood by the shield. Gamer Dude called it sketchy inside. Did they actually pull up? Big red alert popped. Epic fail. System rebooting? The officer was shook. Actual glitches in the real world. No way. They had to ping Ark like yesterday. Needed info on Dreamside dungeon bugs. ASAP. How do we even rage quit this mess? Day 2 of being trapped. Super fun times. Everyone grouped up to search this glitchy, cutoff zone. Main quest, find the exit, Avi. Searched everywhere. Tower, top to bottom. Zip nada. Someone yelled. Phones are dead. Panic mode activated. The whole outside area. Totally off limits now. Kang realized they were completely ghosted here. Cap recalled folks losing accounts and bugs like this before. Even with 3 lives left, logging in was impossible. Assistant gasped. Wait, we're stuck here forever. Kang's like, nah, you guys are looking in the wrong spots. Hero Guy pointed out one huge diff about this situation. First time, players got kicked and locked out. Now, we can't even log out. Cap needs a not sure if it'll work, but if it's a game, gotta try it. Cap and crew waited for Kang's big brain plan. So, the MC goes, we gotta stage a massive dungeon break. Heard Cap Nahans made it to the exit though. Then boom, earthquake hits, and they fell down here. Lucky, they aren't stuck with us. Just his support team. Day 2, we bump into Nahan's trap squad. They spilled the tea on what's happening outside. Players were hyped, thinking their loot would last a while. But then, major plot twist. Dude said, we got snacks for days, fam. Then the inventory started glitching out hard. Opens IMV, stuff spills everywhere. Can't even close it. Cap thinks this spot is a total system blind spot. Kang says, the system is buggy as heck here. Don't open your bags unless you absolutely gotta. Cap's worried the break functions might be bricked too. Cap knew they had zero choice but to break through. But if we fail, MC thinks Kim's just prepping everyone for panic. Hope spreads faster than a viral meme. Kid says chill. First step, find them. The company, they're 100% here. Didn't bail that easy. Find their tracks. Team up. Easy peasy. Better odds then. Kim looked totally shook. K thinks they're chill. These dudes want to delete Earth. K was like, duh, but I bet they'll help out. This squad wasn't exactly your basic club. Spammed viruses everywhere. But, hey, just trying to survive. End of the day, they're just allergic to dying. Monster world. So they flip teams real fast. Built to last. K says, they'll join to keep breathing. Dragon mode, bosses yelled. Let's get wrecking. The ops were like, nah, we ain't rage. Kenjin yelled at M to chill out. Mask guy had a blade right at Jang Jeong's neck. Bad guy threatened to frag everyone. KSJ was looking for Gwang was like, my bad for getting nabbed. KSJ told him to relax. We ain't here to throw hands. Got a deal. Squad lead asked what K's plotting. K noted these dudes grinded hard, passing out dungeon flowers for the upgrade. Now just stuck. Lame. Bet they are totally shook right now. Ready for mobs. Not this twist. KSJ said, use your brains. Mask guy yelled, he knows the escape route. KSJ said team up and it'll be easy mode. Their call. Mask dude's like, why listen to you? K's shook. Waiting for the patch update. For real. Our boys said they're total clueless new. System restore ain't some IT guy fixing the Wi-Fi. Weird glitchy noise. KSJ yells, everybody dodge. Giant scissor spawn. Mask crew screamed. Take cover. Those blades were deleting literally everything. KSJ goes, anything they touch just goes poof. Cutting literal space. Laziest way to reboot the game. Server roll. He said it's resetting to version 0. It's a cut command. Not exactly wiping the drive. Part of the reboot script. Just following the code. Delete, rewind, loop. It's trying to control Z reality. 0 time left. KSJ, asked boss man. You in yet? Mask guy's like, fine, we're in. But one rule? Boz added him and K. Gotta sign a pact. Not exactly some lawyer-approved paper deal. Just a voice promise. Doesn't nerf players directly. But flake on it, you get slapped with the traitor tag. Everyone sees that shame tag when you pull up. You get nasty debuffs back at the main hub. And the game basically bans you from the cool stuff. Buffs don't last forever, and the title eventually goes poof on its own. Nobody really dug the deal. The squad leader just wanted to cover his own. But Kai didn't trust the guy as far as he could throw him. Anyway, Sojin asked if he'd trust a creepy guy in a mask. Hard pass. He recalled the first stream see the devs loved trolling players back then. An enemy is an enemy. Plain and simple. Once they escaped, he'd drop the nice act and jump the mask. The guy was sneaky, but the hero agreed to the truce anyway. They pinky swore not to kill each other for 2 days after this mess. Deal sealed. Break the rules. Get wrecked. Beyonju asked what the game plan was. Easy, our hero said. The bad guys are hoarding dungeon flowers. Sojan said they'd use Eam and explain the deets. While walking, where to? Asked a mask guy. Back to the start, he smirked. Everyone headed for the tower, hoping for 0 traps. They marched until the boss spotted a beast. What the heck? Is that Pierrot? The boss monster? Keen eye on. He triggered Tokib's ring and the call skill. The spirit was way higher level than him. Yikes. Odds of winning looked pretty solid, though Beyonju's jaw dropped. Was this seriously Kai's power? Sojin noticed the thing wasn't mad. It just obeyed orders. Being dead forever wrecked its soul. No, coming back fully. Like, way too long. He told Masky to either split or help plant those flowers everywhere. Beyonju figured fighting back was totally pointless. So he barked at his goons to plant the flowers. Stat, once in the dirt, the flowers shot up like crazy. Sojin blinked at the stash. Did they farm these themselves? The masked dude said they had 38 blooms. Zhang felt a rumble. It's starting, Hannah said. Dungeon break. Trust the instinct. Sojin yelled. Follow the monster. Byeongu gasped. The place was crawling with creatures. That thing was born to be a boss, Sojin realized. So when a break hits, it knows the exit by instinct. We're here, Hannah yelled. Don't stop, Sojin warned. Then, a dragon appeared. Is that Kamoosh? Sojin froze. That lizard is still breathing. Sunlight hurts the clone, but he's a dragon, he ain't dead yet. Maybe I can use Takub's hat on him, he thought. Ghost flame on, he commanded the beast. Kamoosh reared up and let out a massive roar. Get on, Sojin screamed. Then he told the dragon to fly. Hang on, Kai yelled as Kamoosh smashed through the incoming attacks. Sojin scanned for the exit and finally spotted it. Bro steered the lizard straight. Kamish juked the scissors. He's glitching. Hold tight, Sojin yelled. Our hero knew the exit was super close. Can't die now? Kamish zoomed for the gate. Don't close. Sojin told the dragon to nosedive the hole. The beast listened, squeezing us all through the warp. Sojin checked his 6th day actually made it. Back in town? Some gamer cheered cause the weird snips vanished. Tower's back. Server rollback complete. The gamers realized they weren't a toast. Props to Mr. K. But whoa. Half of Kamish is gone. Did the squad in the back get deleted? Sojin figured the gate clipped the dragons. But on the way out, dude couldn't believe folks got left behind. Cap said, chill and check your loot. They lost homies but bounced back fast. Sojin was impressed. Guess they're used to the grind. When Dreamside 2 dropped, tons of people got wrecked. Sojin thought the dead left souls, but his hacks showed 0 vibes. Just memory dumps, basically, vibes and actions. Just replays of old data. Maybe that's why Pro hacked them so easy. Just empty shells. When the cache clears, they're gone for good. Yunyonju told K to Bones. Mascot contract saves you now. But next time, we throw hands. Sojin walked up to the still dragon. Dude thought, this used to be a legit dragon. Towabi and Pro reskinned it. Level 100 strength. Maybe it's still useful for grinding. Sojin saw Garen drooling over the snack. System ping. Guan ate the black dragon Kamoosh. Guan's hunger bar filled up. New skill unlocked. Bad move, Sojin said. Dragon was buggy. You coulda got sick. Lincoln guessed Gurren was higher level in Dreamside 1. But he's the boss here. Gotta act like it. Chihana clocked it. Pyro trapped him from the start. Sojin figured Pyro had help. Pyro just wanted to hear gamers scream at nightfall. But did the dolls fight that hard just for the lows? Someone poured their soul into building this. This happy Lao world, a park they were desperate to save. Chan's phone buzzed. She was stoked to have bars. Caller goes, what's up? Is Sojin there? Chihana said. He's close. But what's the tea? Guy said he's headed to Lauderworld. Hannah got the ping. ARK's under siege. District 3 yep, the hospital zone is toast. No clue how those scaly Ludiashers made it this deep inside without being seen. We gotta bounce right now, or we're totally toast. Some dude yelled. They breached the walls. Run for your lives. 0, chill. Too many hurt peeps, and everyone's losing it. Armored guys like, yeah, we're out of here ASAP. Then boom, the arc goes full lockdown mode. This hospital's the only safe spot underground since the surface is Monster Central. So it's basically a hideout for grandmas, kids, and the injured. Anyone who can't throw hands, basically. But now the arc ghosted them. Sealing District 3. Hurt Grandpa asks, did they get in? Scared lady's like, no way they did that, right? Staff tells him, yo, this place is sketchy now. Cannibals are tossing folks out of rides like trash. Things are getting messy and everyone's stressed. Boss says, hit the tunnels. Even the inspector got a dip. But what's the actual tea? Dead end alert. Rocks block the path. Total fail. Everyone's terrified because the place is falling apart. Cap thinks the lizard dudes are moving way too fast. Inspector's worried. He's too chunky to squeeze through. Player goes, wait, we seriously stuck. Worker guy nods. Clearing this takes forever. We're doomed. Player size? No choice. Then, squad, head to the surface. Staff are shaking in their boots, leading him to death. Maybe, but it's the only place. Stay here, and we're totally isolated. Game over. Workers like, they're NPCs, not heroes. Monsters are everywhere up there. Player reminds them the order to lockdown is active. Staying put equals a death sentence. He figured, Ark sacrificed Area 3 to save Area 2. So, no arguing. Zip it. Wanna live? Go topside. Simple. They roll out, then leader yells halt. Says it's getting hot. Lizard creeps are close. Luckily, Area 2's nearby. Gotta sprint before they show. Then boom. Caps like, that was way too close for comfort. Player says, keep this up and they'll catch us. Wild lizard appears. Wrecks a civilian. Q. Panic mode. Gil runs for it. Lizard swings a giant spear. Armed players are spamming attacks on these creeps. They scream. Go to Area 2. Safe zone. Cap checks the mob. No boss level lizards. Yet, good news, but something feels off. Inspector looks up. Oops, I was wrong. Giant lizard right there, munching on a whole bus. Jack was stoked. The crew is safe. Kay and Clark hopped aboard the train. Packed car. Kung Jun nudged Jiang-Su. Who are all these Jack spilled the tea. The Ark is basically in big trouble. Man-eating lizards in the city. Our front line, totally smashed. The boss was in total denial. Like seriously, is this happening? Sue added the army's trying to clap back, but they're getting absolutely wrecked. Guns, shields, big brain strats, nothing's working against them. Sojin clicked. Everyone here is running away from the Ark disaster. Jack grimaced. Wait, it gets worse. A full-grown dragon? Giant. Horned. Hungry. Sue said it smashed our defenses. Since this lizard is half-dragon, the thing is insanely not invincible, sure, but it can flatten the whole city solo. Jack pointed out Districts 1 and 2 have way beefier walls. No way it could just ... smash into District 2. But King Jun was like, nah, doubt it. Bet that monster tunneled up from underground sneaky. The inspector screamed, everybody get down. Metal junk and debris started flying all over the place. Forget the train ghosts. Cap saw the lizard army arrive. Scary stuff. With nothing to lose, the officer tried shielding the civilians. The detective pulled his wave hunter spear from inventory. Lucky for him, these lizards weren't quite to rank level yet, but they swarm in legions. Fighting them now. Super hard mode. To skip the fight, Cap decided to herd folks to Zone 2. He saw the early arrivals. Weird? Why couldn't they get in? They begged to open the gate. The lizards were closing in fast. One guy covered his eyes as a blinding spotlight hit him. The guard barked at everyone to back off right now. He threatened to shoot if things got messy. The crowd raged. Why? Keep it shut. The guard yelled for everyone to move. Bang! A bullet saved the guy. The detective couldn't believe it. These folks were in serious trouble. On the ghost train, Sojin knew they needed a break. It stopped. The track up ahead was totally blocked off. Judging by the wreck, Jack guessed a huge battle went down. Sojin shrugged. No choice but to keep pushing forward. Sang-Soo stayed to babysit. Sojin and the squad climbed up top. What he saw up there totally freaked him out. Looked like a Monster Mash aftermath. Dead silent now, though. Guran grumbled. Ugh, nothing tasty to eat here. But he smelled fresh food. Goran's way chill after his last meal. Sojin figured they were basically at the center. The guy asked the captain, yo, how far to the arch? Cop goes, depends on the zone. Sector 3's with this mess, the lizard freaks might be crashing the crib. Assistant yelled the walls toast and man munchers. Hit Sector 3. Sojin wondered what kind of juice destroys a wall like that. Sounded like a mega-horned lizard throwing a tantrum. System pinged. Players inside. Arc base Sector 3. Sound shield. On. Suddenly, dead silent, like someone muted the monster screams. Totally soundproof, but let's be real, Ark's just a player camp. System legitimized this NPC town officially. Though, Capital's only safe spot in Dreamside, where dungeons are off. Basically, a sacred chill zone. Village popped up naturally. HQ for peeps, surviving the dungeon wars. Phones buzzed with a notifications 3-hour lockdown. Signals back. Cap figured Sojin was ghosting them. Ark has Zone 2 and 3, hugging Zone 1. If 3 falls, they seal the exits too tight. Player Windows Squad missed the second patch update. Can't grind here with zero.coms and beasts everywhere. So, Jun shrugged. We're going. Bet the door's unlocked. Our guy peeked out and spotted the scaly freaks. Hannah's like, too many. But dude sensed something fishy. If a Class C dungeon busted, there'd be way more. These are basic lizard grunts. Total goblin Tianu. So Jun realized Ji Sang-Soo's clip only showed the pawns. 0 boss monsters. Not even a low-level manager. Real breakout. Whatever, the herd's thinning out. Got a jet. The boys reached the spot shortly after. Boom. Zone 2. G-gate, straight ahead. Blam. Bullets tagged the crowd standing by the gate. Screams everywhere. So Jun blinked. Yo! What's the deal? Detective goes, it's about choices and priorities. Kid, arc's low on snacks. Too many mouths meant everyone starves. So, Jun gaped. So you zap them? Seriously. Arc's whole vibe is saving humanity. Supposedly, like Noah grabbing 2 of every critter to keep life going. Dreamside saved the MVPs, promising epic perks. Org defends refugees dodging those underground mazes. A government setup meant to save the nation. Did all that just vanish into thin air? So John hoped the high-level pros would choose differently this time. But nope, total rookie mistake to think that. Noob gear, the hurt, oldies, kiddos, non-players, the rejects, that's exactly what District 3 was. So, John muttered, seen this movie before. Can't argue with saving the species logic, I guess? More pros means easier. Dungeon raids. Then, stop. Voice rang a bell. So Jun spotted Detective Od. Inspector screamed, pop the gates. Like, right now. Guard spots an epic spear. Dude's definitely a pro player. Name and crew. Bro, the guard demanded. Inspector drops his name. Admits he's a total freshie. Guards like Arcs shut. Don't care if you're skilled. Scram. But Odeju's like, we got hurt peeps here. They're gonna croak. But the answer was still a hard no. Back off, they yelled out. Step up and we throw hands. Bang. My bad. Guard says. K's the boss. We just listen. Can't go rogue. Just following the script. Chang gasped. Bogus. K wouldn't say that trash. Main guy was totally ticked off too. Odeju's like, I know K. Let me chat him up. Guard snorts. Even we don't slide into his DM. Grams blinked. Why's K such a big deal? Guards kept yelling. Stay back. Crowd figured bullets beat being monster chow. So they charged. Suddenly. Massive explosion out of nowhere. What the heck? Smoke blinded the guard completely. Giant goblins spawned right at the wall's base. Guards freaked out at glitch. There, Odezu grinned. He knew. Kong Sojan was pulling the strings. Dark K shows up, sword out. For real, not opening up. Boss guards confused. Who's this? Can't open. Sorry. Arc. Rules. Dark K nods. Cool. Gotcha. Kid was pumped. Dark K goes, we're dipping. Crowd panicked. Leaving meant game over. Dark K promised, chill. It's gonna be fine. Facing the beast, he goes, I'm here. I'll handle it. Heroes saw lizards trashing the city. Kid thought, they never camped the top floors before. Wait a night? Player dragged the dead lizard loot along. Odazu sat by injured Wa. Gotta babysit him. Cop asked the kid, you legit Kong So... Hero felt assault. What you mean by that? Odazu goes, Kong Sojin's already in the arc. Brr. Kong Sojin's like, gotta be a mi... Dunno. Why you think that? Kid says, Jess got here today. K was rank 1. Total legend. 0 competition. Reality turned into a game. And his fame skyrocketed. Desperate folks swore only K could save him. New Sky dudes arrived. But K hype just got louder. Eventually, a whole fan club started praying for his return. Month ago, peak hype. Some guy claiming to be K popped up. Kong. So June was totally shook. A whole month in arc. Seriously. Oh, Daesu wasn't kidding. Our hero realized the clock ticked differently here. Only 4 days passed. IRL time in the abandoned lot is super glitched compared to reality. He needed all the juicy D. The detective replayed that convo like it was yesterday. Light had hit the arc. Game over for those lizard creeps. Everyone hyped up, but this K-dude wasn't the savior they ordered. Total loot goblin. Obsessed with leveling and hogging all the gear. But the guy was a beast. Even his name scared people stiff. When Chotted the lizard centurion. The arc's worst nightmare. So Jun figured it. Not even Chohanna could solo that. He'd never seen a player that Daesu said once he saw the kid, face to face. He knew this guy was a total fake. So Jun couldn't believe folks fell for it. Gon was furious. Who has the guts to fake being K? So John mentioned an Arc Celestial. Is she legit? Then they started talking about Lin. Linlin's ranked 3rd in the whole heavenly zone. She's a wizard prodigy. Nobody can touch her skills. Mages in Dreamside gotta do actual math just to toss a fireball. It's basically coding. Only hackers can play this class. Linlin mastered the impossible. Total genius status. Didn't she smell a rat with the fake guy? The detective said Lin's AFK right now. She's defending a deranked dungeon. But the faker had proof that fooled everyone. Oda said he had K's gear the meteorite's sword of disaster. A big shot arc official watched the city night like a silent film. An aide told Mr. Hart things were getting weird. A giant goblin popped up in Zone 2, near Border G. That's the mob K tamed a week ago. Hart blinked. Didn't that guy vanish in the Bermuda zone? The aide said intel confirmed it. K is definitely alive. Hart knew K was back. Now, what's his next move? Hart asked about the operation's status. The aide said it's smooth sailing, but they need one more week. Hart gave them 3 days. Wrap it up by then? Ping. A meeting request just came through. Welcome, Mr. K. Everyone who mattered was there. The speaker didn't lie. Ex-Parliament Guy Penang. SAC claimed the Zone 3 cannibals luckily ignored Zone 2. The player played a clip. It was a straight-up massacre. Jungle flipped out. Luckily, people are dying out there. Pan Mangak smirked. Mr. Sheng Cho, you've got it all wrong. Talk about a lucky break it. Felt like RNGesus just handed them a massive win. Jung Cole told his buddy to zip it. Penang said they were barely hanging on, one glitch away from game over. Without those guys tanking the damage, we'd all be toast by now. If we gotta make the call, it's gotta be better for the noobs to go down so the carry players survive. Panmung was like, yo, my mom's in Zone 3 with a busted leg. Jung Sha needs to get it. Everyone is dealing with major drama right now. Next clip. Someone said, boom, giant horned C-class. Creep on screen. How'd that mob spawn here? Is the dungeon glitching out? Panyang's sock was all. Just theories, fam. Gotta verify the stats first. If true, the Ark is wrecked, unless we trigger isolation mode, ASM. The Ark totally can't handle a Class C rift. 2-0 players can 1v1 that lizard beast. Except for this one dude. It is obviously Mr. K. Can he frag the lizard? Keys. Like, nah. Impossible mission. He is level 170. That beast is level 180 plus. Only one strat. Hide Zone 2. Mungsok thinks it's doable. But tons of refugees are camping out by the border wall. If the mobs don't aggro, we can open the gate and save them. But if that gate auto-opens, the magical Zone 2 barrier gets totally nerfed and destroyed. Respawning that barrier takes like 3 whole hours. Risky AF monsters might find them. Hart was shook. We met for this junk. Isn't the Ark supposed to save humanity? You guys really gonna risk it all for a few random NPC? Hart said it is a no-brainer choice. Cut the ones with low survival stats. Bye-bye. Later, Yunks told Panone, don't sweat it, your mom's gonna be Gucci. She died ages ago, he replied. Crushed in Zone 3. Oh, D-Saw is still AFK by the wounded guy's bed. He said that Meteorite Disaster Sword was his main gear for ages. Any OG first stream player knows that loot belongs to K. Hana was like, some poser like Jack probably faked the sword too. Kong. So, John is like, nah, sword's legit. Hana gasped. He gifted that epic loot. Kang So-jun explained, he got scammed. Kang. So-jun finally felt the plot pieces clicking together. Lycon was raging cause someone jacked his king's gear. Kong noted Zone 3's supply cut, the Ark going into lockdown. Thousands trapped, the front line wrecked, and glitchy cannibal AF. If they just wanted to wipe us, lockdown makes 0 sense. If they are camping just the people from Zone 3, what is the imposter's actual endgame here? The patient sighed and blinked. Oh, Desu saw. Mr. Kong, finally wake up. Where am I? Juan asked, staring at a goblin right in his face. Kong Ji yeeted off the bed, screaming at the cop to scram ASAP. Goblins! He cried. So, Jun was like, dude, chill, totally safe. Gong's in the Ark. Kid snapped out of it, gave props for the save. The player pointed at Ode. Real MV. Who's the real K? What's the move? The kid asked. Predit goes, let's strategize before we wing it. Sojin warned if the night buff fades, they gotta trigger yesterday's wild plan. Oh, Desu was like, you sure about this? Sojin shrugged. Odds are trash. Honestly, total gamble. But IRL, no re. If we bail in low odds, we'd never start. The world's already toast anyway.